And we welcome you to the first of what is 3 games that we are calling today. We start off with this one on NFL Plus between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions, brought to you by Prize Picks. Use my code HMAPLAY5, get 150 in bonus slabs if your first $5 lineup hits. Appreciate all you guys being here for this one. My name is cgiulianihpu. If you've never been to one of these streams, how it works is like this. Fire away on the channel with any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer about anything and everything. Any donation gets your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. Vote in that poll. Who do you think wins this one, Commanders or the Lions? If you are a member, we got emojis in the chat to show your support for either one of these teams, whether you're a Commanders fan or a Lions fan. Regular season semi-dress rehearsal for the Lions this afternoon for the first quarter. All right, we will see how that goes. Third match of the day to watch, you have the Como match, Serie A. I've got the Spurs match in about 30 minutes on my screen when that starts. But we got this game over on NFL Plus. How's it going, Kev? Soccer takeaways today. The big one is LOL United. That's the big one. Sunderland, obviously. That's a bad loss against Ipswich. That's a bad loss. My concerns with Sunderland this year. After one game, it's obviously too early, but pretty much it was what I was worried about with Sunderland this year. And my God, obviously Leicester lose it in League One. That was bad. But how's it going, DJ? Appreciate you being around. Everton looked good today, by the way. Everton looked very good today. I was impressed by them against Palace. Very clinical, very clean win. Yes, start this to an FCS game on the 26th. Yep. So every donation counts toward you make the call. I'm going to decide which game we're calling on Thursday. Yeah, no, he's never getting the haircut at this rate. The hair is going to grow to the size of the Vatican at this rate. Every donation counts toward you make the call. I'm going to say which game we're calling Stony Brook, Delaware State, or Mercyhurst, Youngstown State on Thursday. The Lions coming off that 16-14 preseason loss to the Bengals. They did not play Goff in that match, or most of the starters. As for the Commanders, coming off that 20-7 win against the Dolphins, they did not play Jane Daniels or any of the starters really in that one. Yeah, Millsboro and West Ham as well. Yeah, West Ham, oh man. Yeah, I've been disappointed with them so far. Blackburn, yeah, that might be more than we think. Championship is just carnage. The championship at this point is just complete and utter carnage. I think that's what we're doing. What games are we doing today? We're doing this one. We're doing the Saints against the Rams at 4 o'clock Eastern, and we're doing Cardinals-Cowboys at 10 Eastern. No OT after this game. I'm not sure about after the Saints-Rams game, but definitely, obviously, we're going to do it after the Cowboys-Cardinals game. So we're definitely doing it after the third game. I'm not sure after the second game. I might get dinner in between. We'll see. Oh, tell me when we got the Reds to show Serie A. I did not realize that. I did not realize that. Gonna get this one our way in just a little bit. Again, appreciate all you guys being here for this one. Got the Commanders. Let's go, Bishop Ray. Appreciate you, man, for being here. We got a lot today. This is the first of 18 straight triple headers we are doing on Saturdays on the channel, so it's gonna be absolutely hectic, but it's gonna be a ton of fun. So, gonna get this one underway in just a little bit here over at Ford Field for the first of 3 games we're calling today. Appreciate all you guys a ton for being here. And you have a new video dropped yesterday. If you haven't seen it, click that link. We'll have a new one dropping on either JG9 or JG8 tomorrow. All good, JP. Pat Seagulls, I'll have it on the background. We're not going to, that will not be doing that game. Watch Man U hole on Telemundo because they don't get USA Network and NBC. That's a good reason to watch it there, then. Worked out. Yeah, Ford Field, the lighting is not great. I will say, Isaac, I do notice that the lighting at Ford Field is very different. Yeah, the Lions receivers, yeah, we're going to see that immediately. Yeah, we're going to see that immediately. No Sewell, but we need to see how the rest of the unit looks. Absolutely. Because Tesla did not look good. Tesla does not look good so far. Triple R on the 29th. The others are going to be North Dakota State against Jacksonville State, and then UNLV against Memphis. That's what we're going to do. Check me with a tenor. Which game do you want? Get you on the call for it. As we're going to get this one underway here. Lions getting it to start. Fielded at the 1-yard line. Lions going left to right. The Commanders right to left. And the kickoff returns to the 20 and down the 23-yard line. Oh, that is great, checkmate. You want Mercyhurst. All right, I'll get you on Mercyhurst. All right. Appreciate you, man. So that'll be where the Detroit Lions will start off, and it will not be Jared Goff out there. It will be Joshua Dobbs out there, the veteran backup quarterback. All right, let me put that in. Appreciate you. Am I waiting for the Jags? Sees how watch Commanders Lions ESPN NFL Plus. I'm not sure if it's on ESPN Unlimited. I'm not sure, but it is on local TV. Lions going left to right. 1 at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom. I'll get you on, check me. Appreciate you a ton on that. That's a great one. I love that. Dobbs starts with a handoff up the middle, and that's going to be brought down the 25 down to the 27-yard line. Goes to Jacob Sailors, the former UFL running back, the former St. Louis Battlehawk. Bishop Ray with a gold star for 2 jewels, or a star for 2 jewels. Appreciate you a ton. Let me get you on. Yeah, I'm very excited. If Trevor stays healthy, I think we're going to be pretty good this year. I really do. I have hopes for the Jaguars this year. Oh, it's not ESPN Limited? All right. He dropped a few of his famous goal calls. Let's go. I love that. That's one play so far. Play action here, Dobbs. Maybe not. Maybe not. Because now he gets sacked. As Dobbs steps up, loses the ball. Flag flew on the snap. Ball still free in the end zone. Picking it up in the end zone. We got a lot to sort out here. The Commanders fall in the end zone after Dobbs gets sacked. As it stands, touchdown, Joshua Josephs, the 5th-round pick for the Commanders this year, out of Tennessee, on the recovery. But let's see what the call is on the field. Flag flew right on the snap. Illegal formation, so that is going to be declined, obviously, and the Lions will have a touchdown. Conceded to the Commanders. Oh, my goodness. I'm not sure who the ref for this one is. Let's check this play out again. Play action with Dobson. Just awful protection there. Larry Borum was the man who just completely whiffed on his block. Larry Borum allowing Josephs to come inside. And then Dobbs gets hit as he steps up in the pocket. You know, that was a mess, Detroit. 5 the game, he is not in the game. No, 5 is not in the game. And the Commanders immediately on the board. Yeah, those unis slap. These unis are great. I do like these Commanders uniforms a lot. So touchdown for the Commanders. As we have military armrest for the W for 10 jewels. Appreciate you a ton on that one. Appreciate you guys. Josh Dobbs with shitter, Sanders shitter. Easily shitter. Yeah, well, I'm actually saying that, but easily shitter. And the extra point here for the Commanders, it's Drew Stevens. The undrafted free agent out of Iowa who drills it. 7-0. What a start for Washington. 1 minute into the contest. Dobbs tried to step up in the pocket. That collapsed immediately when Larry Borum just got blown off the ball by Joshua Josephs. And that's all good to kill. Again, we're going to play the Stars. It's all good. No one got injured, so can't really complain. A phenomenal start for the Commanders defense. So the pressure inside by Josephs, the 5th-round pick, put it in work. Dobbs was 4 for 8 last game with 32 yards. Took a sack in that one. Offensive line allowed 2 sacks last game for the Lions, and they did get 5 yards to carry, with Jacob Saylors leading the way at 55 yards, but obviously the offensive line kind of fell apart there, to say the least. I got the bot, don't worry. I'll take subs only mode off at the end of the half, when the bots are probably gone. So Commanders going right to left, Lions left to right, and Lions will get it back down 7-0 already, not even 1 minute into the contest. Stevens on the kick. We fielded on the far side at the 12-yard line, taken out to the 20, spins out of a tackle and down to the 28-yard line. So that is where the Lions will start drive number 2 after Jacob Saylors on the return, and really can't go much worse than the first drive. Oh, no, I get the bots. It's not like a mod issue. I get the bots. I get them all. So again, Lions going left to right. Dom's back out there. And no Jared Goff, which is probably for the best behind this offensive line right now, if that last drive was any indication. Lions going left to right. One at the top of the screen, one at the bottom, so 2 wide. In the eye is Dobbs, and in the backfield is Jacob Saylors, once again, the former Battlehawk running back. Starts with a misdirection play action. Dobbs fires on the fly on the right side. That's caught the 30-yard line. Trying to make a man miss at the 32. Cannot. Good open field tackle there for Fabian Moreau, the veteran cornerback, on the tight end grab there in the flat. Gain of 3. Brings up 2nd down. Good job peeling out by Brock Wright. The veteran tight end brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line for the Lions. And Lions going left to right here. 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Tesla lined up as the receiver at the bottom of the screen. Hand off the middle to Saylors. Saylors breaks 1 to 35, still trying to keep the legs moving at the 38. I think he's going to be a yard shy of the sticks. But Jacob Saylors brought down on the play right at the lines again. Yeah, Russell's going to be the starter. That's going to be interesting. I think DeBoer made the right move. From what I saw last year, I think DeBoer made the right move, but we'll see. Lions look solid. So 3rd and 1. Yeah, Russell winning it over Mack. I think that's the right move. I thought it was going to be Mack and then Russell wins it a couple weeks later. I think they made the right move. So 3rd and 1 here at the 38-yard line after the run by Saylors. Again, Saylors had a very good game last time, 6.9 yards per carry. Ball at the 38-yard line, 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom, all bunched up, 2 wide, and Dobbs will just take it himself on a QB sneak and fall ahead down to the 40-yard line. It's brought down on the play by Joshua Josephs, but it's a QB sneak. It's a great sneak there, not taking any chances on that. I'm watching the Lions feed. Yeah, usually for NFL Plus, you get the home team's feed. I don't trust Pretzing at all. I do not trust Pretzing at all, Detroit. I'm with you on that one. You know, Steele's MVP regarding team success for offensive linemen, at least. For offensive linemen, absolutely. 1 at the top of the screen, or 2 at the top of the screen. Bunched up here, Dobbs, stretch play up the middle, down to the 43-yard line for a gain of 2 on the run. And that's the first carry for Jabari Small. You know, I thought it was going to be Mack wins it, and then Russell gets it at the end of the season, or near the end of the season, after non-conference play. But they made the move earlier than I thought, but I can't hate on that. 2nd and 8 here. Yeah, they for NFL Plus, you only get the home feed. Like, I watch the home feed for everything except for the Cardinals because we get the Cardinals in Arizona. Actually going to mark at the 45-yard line, so better run than I thought. Kept the legs moving. 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom, 3 wide in the gun. Takes a step, they'll send 4. Dobbs, clean pocket, fires, misses his man over the middle of the field. It was an in route in the middle of the field. It was a great pocket, good clean pocket. Can't hate on that, but just completely missed Tay Martin on that one. It's a throw you got to hit. It's wide open. Good job there by Martin getting inside over the middle of John Baptiste. The 3rd-year man, former 7th-round pick out of Notre Dame. Just completely missed the throw. Brings up 3rd down. At the 45-yard line. Trips to the top of the screen. 1 at the bottom. 4 wide. Back to his left, and the gun is small. Now they're going to motion Martin back to the bottom of the screen. So still 4 wide, but 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Back to his left. They'll send 4. Dobbs looks. Has time. Happy feet now flushed out to his weak side. Fires across his body, and it's picked off. I don't know what he was looking at middle of the field, but it's picked up at the 45 and brought down at midfield. 2 drives, 2 turnovers, and it's Quan Martin, the 4th-year man, on the pick. And the Lions, it seems like they have a backup quarterback problem once again. The Commanders take over at midfield. 2 drives, 2 turnovers. Dobbs was thrown across his body. I'm not sure what he was doing. Trade for McCarthy. Well, the Vikings would not trade within division with McCarthy. But this is not good for Dobbs. This is really, really not good. Yeah, need for a tag team roll tide. Yep. Yeah, no, they got to hope Altmaier's the guy, because otherwise they're screwed. Altmaier, the undrafted quarterback out of Illinois, they just see what you have in him. Dobbs is not it. It seems like a theme every year. Yep, Dobbs is not it. Dobbs is just not it. Might be another team, the Aiden O'Connell market, or the Dylan Gabriel market, or the Mason Rudolph market. You know, Dobbs, he missed a wide open throw to Tay Martin on the in route of the middle of the field, and then completely missed, and then decided, I'm going to throw across my body, like Carter Bradley did yesterday for the Jaguars. Just throw across my body. What's the worst that can happen? That is the worst that can happen. Should have been a first down for the Lions, because he was wide open. Instead, well, that happens. You always have a game against the Falcons, Alicia. I will remember you. Average time I get up? Average time, I'd say noon. I'd say average time is probably noon, because I'm just, I stay up late. I stay up very, very late getting videos out and working. But the average time is noon. But I didn't need an alarm today. I don't need an alarm when football's on. I'll put it that way. I do not need an alarm when there's football on. Lions trade first for Levis. Real wants trade for DeVito. Oh yeah, that was Indie Sports Fan, right? So yeah, that was Indie Sports Fan. Yeah, I don't think they're in the chat right now. Yeah, they're not. They're not in the chat right now. Yellow barrel on that drive. Yep, the O-line held up. Can't blame the O-line on that one. Yeah, it was if you had the Pats let me go, but they made the right call. Oh, absolutely. You know, we had Dobbs in 2019 when we traded for a backup quarterback when Foles went down. He did nothing. How's it going, TBWY from California? We're minutes away from Inter Milan. Monza with Serie A, making the debut with Telemundo. Nice. I got my other screen. I got the Spurs game starting in 10 minutes after Wild Kingdom is done. Anyway, data last year I tried. You know, I get it. I completely get it. The O-line for the Lions has not held up well in camp, has not held up well in preseason thus far, but the bigger concern right now is Dobbs. The bigger concern right now is that, yeah, I got the butts. The bigger concern right now is that just Dobbs cannot go. Let's see how the D-line looks as 5 comes out there. Jaden Daniels is out there for the Commanders, wearing his iconic number 5 jersey that no one else is allowed to wear. So here we go. Commanders going right to left. It's their first drive. Daniels did not play the last game. 1 at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom, back to his right here. There, 3 wide, back to his right is Allen, the Penn State back, flushed out, and swings a pass out to Allen on the swing, incomplete, down the right side. Good pressure there by the Lions up the gap, brings up 2nd and 10. You know, it shows how bad Arthur Smith was head coach. Yeah, the fact that he got cooked by Dobbs, even though Dobbs didn't even know the playbook, was nuts. Well, it's 6:15, lane and Bentel 7:45. Can't handle that. Yes, favorite player ever takes the field. Yep. So Cade Trotty Allen in the game as well for the Commanders. Jane Daniels for his first drive of the preseason. Back to his right, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Allen once again in the backfield. Under center here is Daniels. 1 at the top of the screen now, 1 at the bottom in the I formation. Daniels. Under center. Play action. Rolling out. He's going to get sacked. Thrown down at the 39-yard line and immediately collapsed. Throw down for a loss of 11. As DJ Wanham on the stop. 3rd and 21. Sevilla dominating, man. Immediately broke down on that play action pass, and Wanham just blew inside the tight end. That's a mismatch there on John Bates. John Bates just let Wanham blow inside, and nothing Daniels could do about that. 3rd and 20 at the 40-yard line. Yeah, Man U lost again to Hull. Everyone laugh at Man U. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom, 4 wide. Daniels in the gun, takes it. They'll send forward. It's going to be a draw play, not taking any chances. It's Allen. He'll get some of that yardage back down to the 49-yard line, but they'll be forced to punt. So a quick 3 and out. And good job there by the Lions' defensive line. Forcing a ton of pressure on that drive. 2 dropbacks for Jane Daniels, and both times he was pressured, including a sack on 2nd down by Wanham, and out to punt is Tress Way for the Commanders, with Kennedy back to receive. Tom Kennedy back for the Lions. 5 minutes gone so far in the first quarter. Again, Commanders punting right to left. Where the Browns have so many, they might give you one for free. You hold the first ever newly promoted team to beat Man U. That is insane to think about. That is insane. The punt here, fair catch called for and made by Kenny at the 10-yard line. So 39-yard punt, all net. Pretty good punt. Lions will start at the 10-yard line when we get back here at Ford Field. Yeah, the D-line's one of the biggest positives. Yeah, the D-line's look very good. D-line has looked very good. Got 2 sacks in the last game against the Bengals. Only home to 3 yards a carry. They've looked great so far. They've looked great so far. So Lions ball when we get back here at their own 10-yard line. Again, if you like what we see, that like button, subscribe. We got 3 games today. Got this one. We got Rams, Saints, and Cardinals, Cowboys. So we got a lot on the docket today for a triple header. We're going to be live for 3 games on Saturday, next Saturday for college football as that starts back up. TCU, UNC being one of them. Gabriel to the Lions. I could see it. I could see it. The chance against Kentucky, not great. FBS, FCS, not great. I would not think they have too many chances in that one. I would not think it bodes well. Would not think that. We'll be live for that. We'll be live for North Dakota State, Jacksonville State. North Dakota State's first ever game in FBS. I'll be live for Memphis, UNLV. Cousins start week 1? Yes, he will be. He will be. I'd be shocked if he doesn't, at least. Cousins should be starting week 1. I mean, he was the starter going into camp, and Mendoza's done nothing to prove that he's ready just yet. Cousins looks good. Yeah, probably right. I see on that one. Yeah, probably. Well, they should win that game next week. Yeah, they should win that one. Yeah, Campbell's been a beast. That's good to see. No, he's really good. Campbell's really, really good. For preseason next week, we will be live for the Jaguars game on Friday, and we'll be live on Thursday for the Rams-Chargers games. So we got 2 preseason games next week that we're calling. We got Seahawks-Titans tomorrow as well. Seahawks-Titans at 8 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. Oh, it's not even done. No, it's... What 2 games are those 2 made? Called FCS. So Stony Brook, Delaware State, and Mercyhurst, Youngstown State. Greatest finesse for an NFL history? No, that's Chase Daniel. Chase Daniel's finessed so many people out of so much money. Give me Jay Miller. He's not ready. Oh my God, he is not ready. He just wants to take off and run on everything. No, Cousins at least can play. He didn't really finesse anyone. He can play. Like, he's earned every penny he's got. Chase Daniel made like $100 million without ever really starting a game. How long? So open until like Wednesday. Open till Wednesday. Because there's nothing else until then. But we'll be live for 2 games on Thursday, 1 FCS game and then 1 there. All right, let's do this thing. Back and away here. Lions going left to right. Drive number 3 for Detroit. First 2 drives ended in turnovers, so really can't be a whole lot worse on drive number 3. 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Going to start with a hand over the middle for Jabari Small. Jabari Small breaks the tackle at the 15, still going. Trucks his way ahead to the 21-yard line. Gain of 11. Leo Chanel missed the tackle, the former Chief. Whiffing on the tackle, eventually brought down by Will Harris. But Jabari Small with the first down, gain of 12. After Chanel missed the tackle there. The Lions are starting near their own end zone, get out of trouble. Why not Mainthausen? Because that's on Flow Sports, and I have to pay for Flow Sports. Yeah, Mainthausen is a Flow Sports game. So that is the devil streaming service. Stretch play here on the right side. That time Chanel makes the tackle at the line of scrimmage as Small is brought down for no gain. Yeah, the problem with Mainthausen is that every game in the Colonial, the CAA, is on Flow Sports, and that is a streaming service created by the devil. It costs more than ESPN Plus to pay for. Like, I don't even pay for Flow Sports. I don't buy it. And you get just CAA action. It's so bad. Second and 10 at the 21-yard line, 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Dobbs now empty backfield here as they motion the running back. Jacob Sailor's out to the left. So 4 wide, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. They have an extra lineman out there as well. 3 on the play clock. Gets it off. Dobbs takes it. They'll send forward. Dobbs on the hitch round the left side. Caught at the 26-yard line. Took a bit too long to get that throw. I mean, that was the primary read the entire way. He pump faked a little bit on that. But Cedric Wilson, the former Dolphin wideout, makes the grab. Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd down at the 26-yard line for Detroit. In the Lions' first 2 drives, Dobbs fumbled and Dobbs threw a pick. 3rd and 5 here for the hitch route to Wilson. Wilson acquired by the Lions after being with the Dolphins last season. Had one catch for 23 yards against the Bengals last time out. One of the top, two of the bottom lines going left to right. Back to his left here. Dobbs in the gun. Takes a snap. They'll send forward. Dobbs looking. Has plenty of time. Fires middle of the field, and that's caught at the 44-yard line by Wilson. On the crosser on the left side. Gain of 18 and a first down. So Dobbs with plenty of time. They've brought in an extra blocker for this drive. They had 6 linemen instead of 5, and Wilson able to get inside on the crosser on the left side before he's brought down by Rasul Douglas, former Dolphin as well. So Dolphin on Dolphin there. How's it go, Michael? Frankly with you, my man. Frankly with you. But I like what the Lions are doing, having an extra blocker here, knowing that Dobbs needs a clean pocket. One of the top, one of the bottom, 2 wide here in the I formation. Ball at the 43-yard line for the game of 17. Play action. Dobbs pressured, fires in the flat. That's incomplete. He overthrew that ball. They were trying to set that screen in the flat for Tom Kennedy. Incomplete. Meanwhile, Wilson's down, but he gets back up. I think he's going to limp off the field. Oh, that's not good. And that was non-contact, too. Wilson was not even the intended target on that play. So Cedric Wilson is limping off the field. I'm not sure what happened there. We might get a replay here. But Dobbs, I mean, that's just terrible blocking by Jacob Sailors. If you're going to make the team, you got to know how to block as a running back. You don't need to be the best blocker, but got to be better than that. Tyler Owens just bowling over Jacob Sailors, forcing the pressure in the air and throw, even though Dobbs should hit that throw. Would CA the Colonial? What if they said move to the CA? Would I get Flow Sports? Unfortunately, I would, yes. But I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think it'd be much of an upgrade. I think they would go A10. I don't think they go with CAA at this point. And Elon's in the CAA, so they wouldn't get the same market. So I don't have to worry about that, hopefully. To the top of the screen, they'll go with the handoff on second down. Good juke move up the middle to the 45 and down to the 50. Jacob Sailors redeeming himself for the poor pass block. 3rd and 3. Yeah, much better drive for the O-line. Can't be any worse, but... How's it going, Q Deep? Q Detroit, appreciate you, man. 3rd and 3. Ball at midfield here. Yeah, pass protection a little bit sus. Yep. Yeah, that was on Sailors. But good juke there by Sailors at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 3. Get to the line quickly. To the top of the screen. To the bottom. 4 wide. Back to his right for Dobbs. Or back to his left, I should say, for Dobbs. It's Sailors. Dobbs will take it. It's a read option. Great job there. Gets a block at the 40 to the 35-30. Dobbs to the 20. Dobbs to the 10. Dobbs is in. Touchdown, Lions. Read option to the left side, and the Lions are on the board. He keeps it himself on the read option, and what a block by Tay Martin to free Dobbs up. If you're going to make the team as a receiver, you got to know how to block if you're on the bottom of the depth chart. And that block by Tay Martin was absolutely brilliant. Tay Martin blocking Rasul Douglas out of the play, freeing up Dobbs down the left side. A 50-yard touchdown run for Joshua Dobbs. Does it with his legs on that drive. A 90-yard touchdown drive. And the Lions are on the board. Extra point for Jake Bates. Josh Dobbs with a great job on the read option. Either handed off or keep it himself. Read the eyes of the edge. Kept it himself. Slopping my Dobbs. And the Lions are on the board. Extra point by Bates to tie it up. Yeah, O-line held up well that drive. And Tay Martin, what a block by Tay Martin. Extra point is good. I got the bot. Yeah, it's his only skill. He's good at it. It's good for one thing and one thing only. You factor Sewell in, you only can stay above water. They could. They absolutely could, because Sewell's that good. You 50-yard touchdown by Josh Dobbs in the year of our Lord 2026. That just happened. 7-all your score. 6.5 to go. Right, you can't do a Goff. It's too risky with Goff. If you play in the NFL in 2012, yeah, with the read option, no one knew how to stop it. You search what we said about Dobbs. I mean, nothing really changed. He's a good runner. That's about it. But Josh Dobbs, good job there. And Tay Martin with the block. We're going to go to the film room and see Tay Martin. Yeah, the Tennessee 1-week Viking astronaut. Yep, the astronaut. Passed around the 50-yard touchdown, 90-yard touchdown drive, a couple of third-down conversions on the drive. You know, Brentford Spurs is officially underway over on NBC. So 7-all your score. Great run there by Dobbs. A great block by Martin. $7-all your score. Bonus rating no higher than 15th. Oh, that's a 9. That's a 9. Yes, think T Martin, the Tennessee man. Yep. You know, that's a great way to adjust and accommodate for his inability. Yep, you got to get a positive. You got to get a positive on that drive, and they did. They did. So 3 drives for the Lions, 2 turnovers and a touchdown. It's definitely a mixed bag to say the least, but they're on the board. Let's see if the Commanders can do after going 3 and out on their first offensive drive when we get back here over on NFL Plus. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It really does go a long way. Helps us out a ton on the channel to try to grow this community even more. You guys have been awesome so far. I appreciate all you guys for being here for this one. We will be live for 3 games today. This one, we are live later today for the game between the Rams and the Saints. So we're live later today for the Cardinals against the Cowboys. We have done all the, oddly enough, we've done all the Cardinals games so far by complete coincidence. We've done all the Cardinals games. Yeah, yeah, he might have a couple years left. Yeah, if he can adjust to that. I mean, look, he's a good locker room presence. He's a smart guy. He's a smart guy. He's not going to rock the boat. He knows the playbook. He can pick things up quickly. He's a good teacher. That's all you need sometimes. I got the bot. Yeah, the O-line adjusted really well for the first drive. Well, that was a good move by Petzing to have a 6th offensive lineman on that drive. He realized the O-line was getting beat the first couple of drives. Going to throw in a 6th lineman. So when they went 4 wide empty backfield, they had a 6th lineman out there. But yeah, if you're going to make the team in the bottom end of the depth chart, you got to know how as a receiver to block. And that was a great block by Martin. Freed him up. Kickoff here, fielded at the goal line. Taken out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, and brought down at the 27-yard line before the tackle made on the return for the Commanders. Tackle made for the Lions by Amen. But there was a flag on the play, so probably going to come back. Yeah, let's see how they fare. So probably going to be starting pretty pin deep. So there was a flag on the return, so I think they're starting right around their own 10-yard line here. We'll get a word on this. Again, flag flew on the kickoff. Usually it's on the receiving team. Again, $10 or more gets in on that LED board behind me right here. Adrian Hill, the referee, block in the back is the call. Adrian Hill, my condolences for him being the referee, but in fact, he's still in the league. I am terrified of. I don't want the Jaguars ever getting him as a ref. No, he did not just for battle line play. Yeah, that was creative. And now they're showing the replay. Yeah, Tay Martin, like I brought up immediately. Tay Martin had that phenomenal block. You see the replay there. Should also give credit on the block to the tight end, Tyler Conklin. Also freed up Dobbs on that left side on the read option. The Commanders will start this drive at the 15-yard line for the block in the back. 2 wide. They'll call a stretch play to the right side. Breaks 1 tackle and thrown down at the 21-yard line goes Allen. So gain of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. And Commanders going right to left. Katron Allen on the run. The 6th-round pick this past season out of Penn State. Commanders really like him. Back-to-back seasons of over 1,000 yards rushing at Penn State. 1,300 rushing yards last year for the Nittany Lions. 2nd most in the Big Ten. Back to his left. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Commanders going right to left. In the gun. Taking the snap. Handed off on the right side. Allen breaks 1 tackle and thrown down at the 23-yard line. Should know that Daniels is out of the game. Sam Hartman, the new quarterback for the Commanders. So Daniels got 1 drive and that was it. Sam Hartman, the new quarterback. Gain of 2 on the run to the right side. Yeah, that was good to see Detroit. Yep. Yeah, Terry and I will have 3 PIs right now, and a couple felonies. And a couple of felonies. 3rd and 2, the 23-yard line after back-to-back runs by Allen. And Sam Hartman in the game at quarterback for the Commanders. 8 for 15 last game against the Finns with no touchdowns and a pick. The ball on the board, man. 1 at the top, 3 at the bottom, 4 wide here. Back to his right is Allen. Hartman in the gun. Lions showing blitz. They'll send 5. Hartman looks. 2nd read not there. Going to take off and run the 25 and slides down the 29-yard line. Yeah, the Fracco K-Bus, yeah, that was... And it's documented all on Snapchat, thing it gets deleted. How stupid can you be? You know they keep a record of that, even though they keep a record. Gain of 6. Hartman just takes off and runs after the first 2 reads aren't there. Sam Hartman now in his 3rd year with the Commanders out of Notre Dame. He's bounced on off the practice squad. He'll be decisively QB3. Or fighting for the QB3 spot, I should say. Mariota's the 2. Daniels is the 1. Stretch play left side Allen. Thrown down at the 27-yard line. Thrown down by Wanham. With that sack on the first drive for the Commanders. Well, technically, the first drive was the recovery in the end zone for the touchdown. But 2nd and 7 here at ball at the 32-yard line. Who wins? I'm going to take 15 Cardinals in that one. Yeah, I'm taking the 15 Cardinals. Took a while, okay, a little too literally. Real Madrid will be on ABC. Yeah, Barcelona's going to be on ABC next year, or Sunday as well. I might do that game. I might do Barcelona tomorrow, depending on how I'm feeling. To the top, to the bottom. Hartman looks. 2nd read not there. Pocket collapses. Sacked. second sack today for the Lions already. Oh, I know, it's awful, Dex. Yeah, I just saw the, I got the notification on Twitter. Yeah, awful. Way too young, too. How old is his son? Like 7 years old? Like, that's awful. That's awful. Just got the notification. Holding on the defense, so the sack will not count. 5-yard penalty, first down. They'll get on the cornerback, Keith Abney, the 5th-round pick. Good job there by the Lions' defensive line, but the cornerback, the secondary kind of faltered there. And the Arizona State man, the 5th-round pick for the Lions, gets called for the holding, and that will keep the drive alive for the Commanders, give them a new set of downs instead of having to face 3rd and long. So 1st and 10, ball at the 37-yard line. Commanders going right to left, so wipe the sack off the board. 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Under 4 to go in the first quarter. Hartman under center, hands it off up the middle. Immediately collapses and brought down for a loss of 1 is Robert Henry Jr., the undrafted free agent out of UTSA, thrown down. The defensive line swarming to the football there. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. All good, Ricey. Yeah, this is great, Detroit, right? Yeah, this is great. 2nd 11 of the 36-yard line. 1 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. They're 2 wide. The man at the top of the screen is De'Ami Brown. Back with the Commanders after spending last year in Jacksonville. And the flags fly on the snap. Back it up 5 yards. False start. So De'Ami Brown, the man at the top of the screen, he signed a $10 million contract last year with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Did absolutely nothing in Jacksonville last season. It was a healthy scratch for a good part of the season, but I would say the Commanders know him pretty well. He was a big part of that team in 2024, especially during that playoff run. He really, really balled down in the playoffs, especially against the Lions in the divisional round. But he's back now, fighting for a roster spot. He's at the top of the screen. As they go 2 wide once again in the pistol with Henry in the backfield. Appreciate you, Ricey. Hartman in the pistol, under 3 to go in the first quarter. Hartman takes a step. They're going to send for it. Hartman looks middle of the field, gets rid of it quickly. Caught at the 40 and brought down the 41-yard line. Thrown down on the play for the Lions there by Devin White, the veteran linebacker. Catch there made for the Commanders by Chigo Okonkwo. Acquired in free agency from the Tennessee Titans, who was very good in Tennessee. Now with the Commanders after a gain of 10. He makes the grab, brings up 3rd down. Oh, he's 2? Oh, man. Why did I think he had a son during the draft? Or am I thinking of Hines Allen? I think Josh Hines Allen had a son during the draft. I know one of the defensive linemen had a son during the draft. That's still way too young. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, back to his right. They're going to send 4. Hardman looking to step up, checks it down to his back. It's bobbled. Not the cleanest grab, but still caught the 45-yard line. And out the 49 for a first down goes the running back, Craig Reynolds. Gain of 8 on a first down the left side. Not the cleanest grab by Reynolds. A bit of a double catch. But there was no one around by him. You know, yeah, you don't have to hear that yet. Yeah, Davenport's going to be healthy soon. Yeah, that was brutal. Yeah, no. Can you believe they gave up multiple first-round picks for him? That's insane. Ben makes the playoffs. I think now with Russell starting, I think they have a very good chance. I think with Russell starting, they have a very good chance to make the playoffs. I'm going to say yes. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. If they don't, DeBoer's seat is flaming. Hartman, play action, pressure, screen pass, caught but brought down behind the line of scrimmage. At the 44-yard line, thrown down there. What a stop. Open field tackle by the veteran cornerback, Avonte Maddox. Throws Reynolds down in the backfield. Loss of 5. The anomaly? I think they were. You know, Lions got one of them. He's been playing well. They get the matchup they want, one-on-one in the open field off the screen. And McNeil's got a good year, too. I like McNeil. But Maddox with a great tackle down low. 2nd and 15. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Back to his left here. Hartman in the gun with a minute to go. They'll send 4. Quick little arrow to the near side. It's caught the 49-yard line before he's shoved out of bounds immediately. Gain of 5. DJ Reed on the shove, and it's McCaffrey. Luke McCaffrey, the 3rd-year man. On the grab, McCaffrey. Last season, 3 touchdowns with just 11 catches. Didn't do a ton with the Commanders last year, but he gets 5 there. 3rd and 10. They get the yardage back. Trips to the top of the screen. 1 at the bottom. 4 wide back to his left. Why beat Stanford again? I do. Yes, I do. Yes, Sam Hartman's still coming. Yep. They'll send 4. Hartman stepping up. Fires. Drag route right side. It is caught somehow. It's only a gain of 3, so well shy of the sticks. Decision time here in plus territory and 4th down. Downey Brown on the grab. Good grab by Brown. It was tight coverage. Brown makes the grab, but can't get 8 yards after the grab. Rock Ya-Sin on the stop. I think Hawaii wins that game. They're in plus territory, 4th and 7, or 4th and 6, we'll say. Decision time here when we get back. So we're through 1 in Detroit with the score 7-all. Appreciate you guys being here for this one. Yeah, maybe they won't exit. Maybe they won't. And right on cue, a goal for Brentford. Brentford with a goal. So Inter Milan scores, and Brentford gets a goal against Spurs. Good job, Spurs. In the 12th minute. You'll be fighting himself. He only gets hurt. Yep. So 7-all your score here again. Appreciate you guys being here. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe. This episode's on the channel. You got 3 games on the docket today. How's it going? I won't be here for 2 hours. Let's get ready for Falcons Colts. All good. Should be a good one. Should be a good preseason game. It was a good one, too, for Brentford down the right side. No marking. There was no marking inside the 6. There was a good one, too, down the right. A good cross, to be fair, but there was no one marking inside the 6. What was that defense, Spurs? What the hell was that defense? There's no one inside the 6. So we're going to start the second quarter in just a little bit here. Again, after this game is done, we'll be live for the Rams-Saints game at 4 o'clock Eastern time. No, the Rams make the Super Bowl that year. The Rams 100% make the Super Bowl. Memphis Crew 5 team to play bonus ring? Oh, I think it's that bold. I don't think it's that bold at all. I'm going to go... I don't think any bonus ring would be higher than or lower than a 3. But I'll say 5 on that. I'll say 5. They're definitely, if I had to pick a group of 5 team, they're going to be one of the top 3. Definitely one of the top 3 I would consider. Tomorrow we will live for the Titans game. Might do Barcelona, depending on how I feel. They're lucky that Everton, yeah. They're lucky that they did that. Otherwise, they're playing Lincoln City right now. Because, I mean, man, that marking was just brutal. I was like, what the hell was that, Spurs? You know, the D-line's got some depth. I like the D-line. Yeah, obviously, Hutchinson and McNeil and Wanham. I mean, Wanham's been very good so far. And you draft Derek Moore. I mean, you got some guys. Got some guys on this D-line. Secondary, obviously, got to figure out the cornerback spot. Since everything happened with Arnold, and obviously Rick Straw's not been great. You Colts socks? I don't even have a Jaguars socks. No, I think Panthers make the Super Bowl that year, Anthony. So decision time for the Commanders here on 4th down. In plus territory, 4th and 6. So we're going to get back underway here. That pizza does look good. They're showing the pizza at the stadium. I will say it does look pretty good for stadium pizza. It's not like I'd willingly have it, but it doesn't look bad. Novella's Pizza. That's the pizza. Or no, Goalpost Pizza. It does not look bad. They're showing pizza there. They're just going to punt it away, and Kenny fair catch at the 10-yard line. So back-to-back punts by Trezway will go to exactly the 10-yard line. That's where the Lions will start this drive. Yeah, Bound finally going to start a quarterback. Yeah, I think they made the right call with Russell. I was scared they were going to go Mac and then do Russell after Mac faltered out in non-conference play. But better late than never. 37-yard punt, no return on the play. All net. Yeah, he's looking up. Yeah. So far, at least, Detroit, yeah. I mean, the adjustment to go with the extra offensive lineman was really, really nice. All right, back on our way here. Lions. New quarterback in. Luke Altmaier, the quarterback. Pass from the flat to the 15 and down to the 21-yard line. Gain of 11 and a first down. So Luke Altmaier, the undrafted free agent quarterback out of Illinois, he's going to take the Lions home the rest of the way. They got 3 quarterbacks on the roster. Obviously, Dobbs played the first quarter, and Jared Goff not playing today. So Luke Altmaier will go the rest of the way. Altmaier over 3,000 yards passing with the Illini last year, 22 touchdowns, 5 picks. Guide Illinois to a 9-4 finish, making it to the Music City Bowl. And Altmaier going to get sacked on the play. So second play, the pocket immediately collapsed. Magurinyanga on the stop. Brings up second and long. Poor job blocking there by Colby Sorsdahl. No, Morton was not good. Some Pizza King last night? I've never had Pizza King, but I've never been to Indiana, so that's probably why. Second and long here for Altmaier. Ball at the 12-yard line after the sack. One on the top of the screen, one on the bottom. Altmaier under center. Play action. They'll send for Altmaier. Steps up in the pocket. Checks it down on the right side. Caught the 15 to the 20 and brought down to the 21-yard line. So they get back to the original line of scrimmage. Jackson Meeks on the grab. A second-year man out of Syracuse. Brings up 3rd and 10. Again, Lions going right to left here. But Altmaier will be the quarterback the rest of the way for the Lions. One at the top of the screen, trips to the bottom, back to his right is Sailors. Takes a snap at the gun. They'll send 5. Altmaier looks, pressure, rolling out to his right, fires on the run. That's caught the 30, to the 35, and down to the 40. It's Meeks once again. Or excuse me, that's Tyler Conklin. Gain of 19 and a first down. Good job there, rolling out to his right. And Altmaier gets the first down. Yeah, if any ever hosts a draft, yeah, it looks like a good city. I want to go at some point. Oh, bonus ring? For that, they're another one where I probably go like 5 on that one. Yeah, Memphis and Tulane are like the two teams I would not... I would think have a very good chance. Best game with touchdown for the Lions, the best one. I mean, my favorite's going to be the Matthew Stafford touchdown against the Browns, where I just gutted it out. That's going to be my favorite. To the bottom of the screen, play action. Altmaier flushed out to his left on the play action. Fires to the flat, low throw, incomplete. Still should hang on to that one if you're Meeks. We got to throw a better ball. When you got a tight end like that, you want to throw it into his chest, not have him scoop up the ball. But brings up 2nd and 10. No, Morton was not good. No. Yeah, no, she's a point guard. That makes no sense, Dexy. She can facilitate. That's the whole... It makes no sense. Right, Jamo can run routes. I mean, he's a fast guy, too. We knew that coming out of college at Bama. 2nd and 10. One at the bottom of the screen, just one wide in the I formation. Takes a snap, hands it off on the left side. Cuts back inside. Going to come up like Sailors to the 45. And Sailors brought down the 49-yard line. Jacob Sailors thrown down by Will Harris after a gain of 9. Nothing was open on the stretch, so just cut back inside. Good juke move in the middle of the field. Lions, it's back-to-back second downs where they're behind schedule and they get on schedule. Make it manageable. This is 3rd and 1. Sailors has looked sharp this preseason. Some good runs today for having a 55-yard outing last time on 7 yards to carry. Led the way for the Lions that game. One at the top of the screen, one at the bottom in the I formation. 2 wide, Altmaier under center. Going to go with a head up the middle, breaks the tackle, first down in plus territory at the 49-yard line. The run there for Raheem Blackshear. Just signed a couple days ago by the Lions. Gets the first. 9-4 for Illinois is a pretty good record, all things considered for them. Right, besides a few touch takeovers and Mark Sanchez. Yeah, besides that. Right, no, point guard, 20 points per game. That's incredible. For the W, that's incredible. One at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom. Lines going right to left at the 49-yard line here. Altmaier, play action. They'll send for screen pass, tight end screen. Is there going to be a man down the field? They missed the call. There was a blocker that was more than a yard down the field. It's completed to the tight end on the right side. Gain of 3. I think they missed a penalty there. Tyler Conklin makes the grab. I'll give you 40, Michael. I think the refs missed a penalty there. There was a tackle that was 3 yards down the field because that took a long time to develop. You pump fake a screen like that. You pump fake the tight end screen. The problem with that is that guys get down the field too quickly. It took a long time to develop. They missed the call. 2nd and 7 at the 46. Good job, Adrian Hill's crew. 2nd down. Slam pass middle of the field on the 3rd read. Caught. Good grab there. Diving grab over the middle of the field by Jackson Meeks. Brings up 3rd and 1 at the 40-yard line. Good job there. Meeks holding on to the ball. So he gets inside on the 3rd read. Kane Medrano on the coverage there for Washington. The 6th-round pick last year out of UCLA. So a 3rd and short here for the Lions. One at the top of the screen, one at the bottom of the I formation. They ran for the first down last time. The motion receiver, Lucky Jackson's at the top of the screen, the former DC defender out of the UFL. Hand him up the middle. That's going to be a first down for Sailors. UFL player in motion. They hand it off to another UFL player. The Lions love going to spring football, and they signed Jake Bates, obviously, out of that. Gain of 2 for Sailors, and once again keeps the drive alive. Lions 3 for 3 on this drive on third down. Start at their own 10-yard line. They're now inside Washington's 40. Use same amount of those. That's incredible. That's incredible. IMG put PTL and Lone Peak. Oh, man. So first down here for the Lions at the 38-yard line. 1 at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom, 3 wide. Under center here is Altmaier. Sailors in the backfield. We'll motion the receiver over Jackson. Play action. Altmaier with time. Now pressure off the edge, and he's sacked at the 46-yard line. Thrown down there. Third sack for the Commanders today. Javonte Jean-Baptiste, the third-year man, blows by the tackle, gets the sack. 2nd and 18. Good job there by Baptiste. As he gets around Conklin, the tight end. Mark it at the 46-yard line. Now they had 2nd and 19 to start the drive. Able to convert. They'll have it again. 1 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Ball at the 46-yard line here. Altmaier under center. They'll motion the receiver over to the top of the screen. Tay Martin, so 2 at the top of the screen. They'll hand it off at the middle on 2nd and 19, and Sailors will get 2, maybe 3. We'll give them 2 down to the 44-yard line up the middle. 3rd and 17. King has skipped some out of town. Don't want to play for NFL Plus. I don't blame you. I need NFL Plus for the, not just for preseason, obviously, but for getting the footage and rewatching games afterwards. That's how I get all the footage for the videos I put out. So 3rd down here in 16. 2 at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom in the gun. Back to his left. Altmaier, they're 3 for 3 on 3rd down this drive. 6 for 7 on the game. They'll send 4. Altmaier pressured, and he'll get sacked once again. Pocket collapse, and they'll be forced to punt. 4th sack for the Commanders in the first half. Maurice Hurst bringing the hurt on that one. And they'll be backed up in their own territory, forced to punt. A long drive that started inside their own 10-yard line. About a 7-minute drive, and it ends with nothing as the pocket immediately collapsed. And Maurice Hurst on the stop. So Lions will be forced to punt here. Back to receive is Jalen Lane, the 2nd-year man. Punt will be fielded and fair catch called for at the 11-yard line. So 40-yard punt, all net. Commanders starting just outside their own 10-yard line here, going left to right. Only 3. Yeah, 3 is not bad for a point guard. Give us a 6-yard field goal, you cowards. So first down at the 11 when we get back here. Okay, I'm pretty sure you guys have time for being here. We got over 170 in the chat right now. You guys have been awesome. Over 8,000 total views. So we're punting there? Nah, you're not trying a 68-yard field goal during preseason. Not at this stage. You're not even going to try during a regular season game. You're not trying unless it's the end of the half. You're not trying unless it's the end of the half. Plus, you don't want to risk the possibility that he overkicks. Like, why risk it? The possibility that he overkicks and then misses and then loses confidence and also gets injured. You don't want to risk it. Vamo join the comments. I think it's a very good move, Wills. I think it's a very good move. He still has something left in the tank. Had a fair amount of sacks last year. I think the Cowboys are going to be a very good team this year. I have them in the NFC Championship. Yeah, the O-line, the depth on the O-line for the Lions, it's been a big question mark all camp, and it's not looking great so far. We have to win here? I mean, I don't really have anyone to win. It's a preseason game. I had the Commanders just because more depth at quarterback, but I really... Preseason, I don't really bet who wins and loses. Don't really have any preference with that. I just love calling football. Cheers from the college. Appreciate you, Gecko. Yep, we're starting that up next week. So next Thursday, we got either Stony Brook, Delaware State, or Mercyhurst, Youngstown State. We got one of those games. Help me decide which game we're calling. Every donation counts toward that. Every donation during the game counts as triple. So 3 times multiplier. So if you donate 5, it counts as 15. Help me pick which game we're doing. Saturday, we got a triple header of college football as well. That will be UNC TCU, Jacksonville State, North Dakota State. In North Dakota State, the Bison's first ever game in the FBS level. The long overdue move to make the jump. And then we end with Memphis UNLV. So a fun triple header for week 0. This college football is officially back next week. I cannot wait for that. So 4 college games. I got a brand new college football setup behind me. I got even more helmets from schools you've never seen before. So we got like a small school set. We got a big school setup. It's going to be cool. Bills runs coming up. Yep, a lot of the preseason games start at 1 o'clock today. So figured to get this one in so we can truly do a triple header and not have it to worry about any overlap. All right, so Commanders ball at the 12-yard line here after the 40-yard punt by Jack Fox. Commanders going left to right. One the top, one the bottom. Under center is Hartman. Back out there for the Commanders. Receiver in motion is Antonio Williams, the third-round pick. Stretch play to the right side, and that's going to get 3 down to the 15-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 7. Yeah, the college streams are fun. The college streams are really fun. And Commanders going left to right here. 6.5 to go in the first half of action. Back to his left, 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Hartman in the gun. So 3 wide. Takes 7. They're going to send 5. Pressure. Slam pass caught. Good job by Hartman recognizing the blitz. Got rid of it quickly to Van Jefferson, the former Titan receiver. But good open field tackle there to prevent the long gain. Brings up 3rd and 3 at the 19-yard line. So Jefferson gain of 4 on that one. Van Jefferson, 1 catch for 14 yards last time out against the Dolphins. Yeah, that better win, Michael. Yep. I feel you on that one. The fight and join camp, what do I think about that? I'm glad the NFL regulated that and fined them $500,000. I'm glad. Fights in camp are getting out of control if it's between teams. It's a safety issue. They send for Hartman, looking pressured, stepping up, trying to throw on the run. Caught, sidearm throw. Good job there, stepping up, climbing the pocket. And Van Jefferson, once again, middle of the field. Gain of 13 on the in route. First down for the Commanders. And actually, it's a different quarterback out there. My apologies, it's not Sam Hartman. He is out. My apologies on that. The new quarterback in, my apologies, it's not Hartman. It's not 15. It is 16 out there. Calicamakis is the quarterback. Out of Rutgers, who had 20 touchdowns last year at Rutgers. The former Minnesota quarterback as well. The 7th-round pick. He'll hand it off on the left side for Allen, so rookie to rookie. And that's what we brought down at the 33-yard line on the stretch play. 2nd and 9. So Calicamakis, the quarterback, the rest of the way. So it's going to be Altmaier against Athan here for the rest of the game. Big Ten rookie on Big Ten rookie. Calicamakis, 1 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. You know, he got drafted. Yep, play action. Fires to the flat on the right side. It's caught at the 35 and out of bounds to the 36-yard line. Goes Jalen Lane, the second-year man out of Virginia Tech. Brings up 3rd and 6, so Athan 3 for 3 to start. He was 6 for 10 last game with 87 yards passing. You know, Broswell looked, yeah, no, he was not good at Minnesota. At Rutgers, he was better. He's actually somewhat better at Rutgers, but Calicamakis, 2 at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom. Back to his left, they're 4 wide, takes a snap, they're going to send 5, gets rivet on the out route on the right side, caught at the 39-yard line, but well shy of the line to gain. Gain of, we'll call it 4, but the grab there by Colson Yankoff will be well shy of the sticks on the right side. So Calicamakis, 4 for 4 that drive. Well, I'm not even sure he made that. He did not catch that ball. No, that ball was moving. He did not catch that ball. It's not worth a challenge because it's going to be 4th down, but he did not catch that ball. They're not going for it. But he did not catch it. And now replay assist comes in and overturns the call. Incomplete pass. And they'll reset the clock accordingly as a result. Kenny back to receive, as Yankoff could not make that grab. Yeah, it was a lot better at Rutgers. Not that it's a high bar to clear. You know, Scruggs, yes, Scruggs looks like he's won the job so far, yeah. I think so. That's why I got him from the Texans. So Tresway on to punt after his first incompletion. So Calicamakis 3 for 4 that drive. The punt here, fielded by Kenny at the 16. No fair catch. Breaks the tackle at the 20-yard line. Gets a block, try reverse field. Good reverse to the 25. Spins out of trouble and brought down the 29-yard line. Good 13-yard return there by Kennedy. The Lions will start the 25-yard line. Some of their best field position of the day. With 3:38 to go in the first half here at Ford Field. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe. It does go a long way. Helps out a ton on here. And Sevilla wins 3-1. Dominant game against Bilbao. Dominant one. Yep, we punt. Yep. I appreciate all you guys being here on this one. Yeah, you should, yeah. Right, the whole O-line for the Texans. I mean, that's always a bit of a narrative. But sometimes you just need a fresh start. Sometimes you just see a different coach. All the technique and everything. All right. 7-all your score. Brentford just scored again. Oh my God. Will Diggs play at all? I wouldn't think so. Stephon Diggs? No chance. Yeah, Stephon Diggs is not playing. No. The Stars are already out for Washington. Yeah, Diggs is not playing. Brentford's up 2-0. Oh my God. Oh, Spurs might be a joke this year. Spurs might be an actual joke this year again. I thought their window was quite good. They'll be a mid-table team this year. 7-all your score. I'm a Fulham fan, so it's all good. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It goes a long way. Helps us out a ton here to try to grow this community even more. Three and a half to go. Back as you go, JP. Yep, we can laugh at Spurs. Laugh at United, laugh at Spurs. Still on the final 3 days. Let's go. You know, hope you like a Thompson situation. Yeah, sometimes it happens with offensive linemen. Like Eric Flowers was a bust for the Giants. Then they moved him to guard, and he actually was not bad. You know, Brentford just scored again. 2-0. All right, so back on our way here. Lions going right to left. 3:40 to go. They'll mark it at the 28-yard line. Altmaier taking him home the rest of the way. Handoff up the middle to the 30 and brought down the 31-yard line. It's Travion Williams on the run, the longtime veteran back. He's bounced around quite a few teams. He'll get, call it 3 there down to the 31-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 7 on his first carry of the day. Two at the top of the screen. One of them on back to his left is Williams. Altmaier in the gun. Linesman sacked 4 times today. He was sacked a couple of times on the last drive. Altmaier takes a step. They're going to send 5. Altmaier looks out route to the right side. Caught the 35 to the 40 and out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Good grab there. Good route. Tom Kennedy. Gain of 12 and a first. Carl's having Minshew and Slovis. Yeah, so Beck's still hurt, man. The rookies can't catch a break. Like, none of the rookies for the Cards are healthy. That's insane. I want Minshew. Look, I'll put it this way. As a Jaguar fan, I want Minshew back. I want Beck to win QB2, and I want Minshew to get traded. I want that. I have no problem taking Minshew back in Jacksonville. Yeah, Brentford might get Europe. They're a good team. First 10, the 43-yard line here after the out route gets 12. Good job there going to the first screen and hitting it on target. 2:30 to go in the first. 2 at the bottom of the screen. In the eye, under center here is Altmaier. Altmaier takes a snap, stretch play the right side. Williams cuts inside to the 45-50. Good run there by Williams. Lowers the shoulder and brought down at the 45-yard line of Washington. Should take us for the 2-minute warning. Gain of 12 and a first down. Good job there. Plenty of foot on the ground and immediately accelerating. A great juke move inside. A great block pickup there by Melvin Priestley for the Lions, the undrafted man out of Illinois. Allowing him to juke up the middle. Great vision by Williams on that run. Takes us to the 2-minute warning. Lions in plus territory when we get back. How can I donate? So if you want to donate, I appreciate you, Shade on that one. If you want to donate, I'll show you how. If you do want to donate, what you do, where you're chatting right now, what you do is you go here, go to where you're chatting, so this is where you're chatting, click the $sign, Just show your support for official Jaguar 9. I'm not sure if you're on mobile or not. Yeah, Minshew is a fine backup quarterback. Oh, I'm fine with him as backup. Click on that. Hang on, let me just get rid of the bot. Yeah, Jason Benetti on the call. Yep. Jason Benetti's on the call. Yeah, so just click the $sign here. You click Super Chat. And then you just type in whatever dollar amount you want. So then you type in whatever you want. So that's how you do. UNC has any chance to win next week? I think they have a chance. I mean, it's week 0. You never know what's going to happen. Obviously, these teams, you never know. But it's going to be slim. Based on how last year went and based on how the quarterback room looks in UNC, I would say 10% chance. I do not fancy their chances much. I do not fancy their chances much. Will it be worse than the last game? I don't know about that. Monza levels the score. All right. So 2 minutes go here in the first half. You know, of course, yeah, you gotta bring her back. Yep. They're gonna be a good spot this offseason, though. They're gonna be a very good spot this offseason. Belichick fired by November? I think fact. Well, end of the season's November, so I'm gonna go fact. He won't get fired mid-season, but I think he will be removed at the end of the season. So 7-all your score. The Commanders helmets, these in the back, that was when they were the Washington football team. That was when they were back when they changed their name, they had no name. I got those helmets. Those are Washington football team helmets. We'll get back on our way here in just a little bit. Again, Rams Saints at 4 o'clock Eastern. We're on the call for that game. And then Cowboys, I should say, at 10 o'clock Eastern time. So we got 3 games on the docket today. We got 3 games every Saturday for the next 18 Saturdays. You know exactly what, man. Yep. He can't adapt. If you were like Kelsey Goat, because they have to pick Keenan Clark and Boston in the Supermax, that'd be a great move. You know, everyone at UNC, I think at this point, we realize just get it done with. Get it done with. From now, for the next 18 Saturdays, we are doing triple headers. From now until what would be December 5th. We got triple headers every Saturday. I guess the 12th will be a double header. That's a bowl game and Army-Navy. 18, yep. Yep, 18 straight weeks of triple headers. Because we have this week plus college football, conference championships. December 12th, I think, is a double header. Yeah, it's that long, yep. Sunday night, Thursday, Monday, yep, we're doing all the primetime games, yep. Every primetime game we do, unless the Jaguars are playing in it. So every primetime game we're doing. And Thanksgiving. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Lions have all their timeouts. We're at the 2-minute warning here. Altmaier under centering, and appreciate you guys a ton for being here. Starts with a stretch play to the left side. Can't break the tackle at the 43-yard line. Gain of just 2. Looked like there was space in the second level. He could break the tackle from Cajo, but could not do it. And Williams thrown down for a gain of just 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. And the Lions will take a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining. Thought that run was going to be a little bit better. Alas, it was not. It's a very dangerous duo, yeah, but it'd be a very dangerous duo. You know, Belichick can't really adapt. So adapt or get left behind. Miles Price catching more passes. Ooh. Yeah, we're doing, for NFL, we're doing Sunday night, Monday night, and Thursday night, and then the Australia game, Thanksgiving game, Black Friday, Thanksgiving Eve. So we're doing everything for that. We're doing everything. So remember that they play on Christmas Eve this year, because I want to do the Hawaii Bowl again. That was a fun tradition. 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom, 2 wide in the gun, takes a snap. Altmaier, slam pass tipped. Was looking for Tariq Black on the slam pass. It was tipped at the line, incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 8. Actually, it was the Commanders who called that timeout earlier, not the Lions. So 3rd and 8. Commanders will have time to get the ball back if Altmaier cannot complete this 3rd down. They're 6 for 8 on third down so far this first half. Two at the top of the screen, one at the bottom. Or two at the bottom. Back to his left here is Williams. They'll call the read option that they did with Dobbs, and Altmaier will be brought out at the 37-yard line, stopping the clock. This one gets 6, 4th and 2. Decision time here. Now, I would say regular season game, I go for it. But preseason, you want to see what you have in your special teams unit. You want to see what you have in your special teams unit. With blocking and everything, so I have no problem kicking the field goal in this situation for preseason. Regular season, I'm going for it, and Campbell would go for it too. This is an easy go-for-it spot for Campbell. But Jake Bates on for a 55-yard try to give the Lions the lead. Snap is good, kick is up, and it is wide right. Not even close. Commanders will take over after Bates misses. Commanders will have very good field position here at the 43-yard line. Bates shanks it wide right. Again, I don't think he's going for it. I don't think he's kicking in a regular season game. But preseason wants to see what you have in your special teams unit. Lions at Lane Cleveland? Jeez. That's a bummer. Yeah, that's why I don't do, like... That's why I want to make sure we didn't do a 1 o'clock game. We did this game instead. Claiborne lost yards on both runs. Oof. You know, Bates, yes, sometimes he can be a bit erratic. He has a strong leg, but sometimes a little bit erratic. He's shanked to the right. Right, any Sunday game that's not 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock, pretty much. So ball at the 43-yard line here for the Commanders. When we get back, they're going left to right. Never worried about Bates. Yeah, the accuracy remains a problem, but I do like Bates, but... You know, Trey Smack looks good so far. Trey Smack actually has looked very good. I liked him a lot in Florida. He looks the part. Already a weather delay, yep. Already a weather delay. That's why I wanted to make sure for preseason that I didn't do any, like... Because we used to kind of pretty close, where we do a 1 o'clock and a 4 o'clock. The schedule worked out where I was like, I don't want to take any chances with overlap, especially if there's a delay, and then we're screwed. So, I just want to make sure on that. You picked the dome game, too, yep. Picked the dome game. They really should stagger out the preseason times. I really would want that to stagger them out instead of putting them all at the same time. I feel like preseason used to be more staggered out, more national games, and now it's not. Because it used to be there were like 10 national games, and the times were staggered. And now it's not like that. So back underway here. Kelly McManus, the quarterback for the Commanders, the 7th-round pick out of Rutgers. He's in the game for drive number 2. Ball at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal by Bates. Shanked it wide right. Commanders have 2 timeouts. 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Toss play to the left side. It's a weak toss. And thrown down the 40-yard line. Loss of 5 goes Robert Henry. And a backflip afterwards. Did not land the flip. Oh, that's dumb. But DJ Reed throws him down behind the line and then some style points afterwards with a backflip. Surprised it's not on sportsmanlike conduct. Can't have ever seen a player do a backflip after making a tackle. He ducked underneath the offensive lineman there, Trent Scott. He did not land the backflip. What the hell was that? How is it not a penalty? 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Kelly McManus hitched route on the left side, called the 45, breaks the tackle down to the 49-yard line. I mean, look, we get on sportsmanlike conduct taunting and an excessive celebration for a lot. We don't get it for a backflip? While the clock is running? Like, it's one thing if you score a touchdown. The clock was running. 1 at the top, trips to the bottom, back to his left. They're going to send for Kelly McManus. Pressure flushed out and sacked to the 40-yard line. Hartman, ball comes out. So I guess they're alternating between Hartman and Kelly McManus. I guess they're alternating quarterbacks. Thrown down at the 40-yard line. The Lions will not call timeout. Should take us to the half. But Hartman pressure off the edge. I guess they're alternating quarterbacks. And ducking underneath the tackle, making the sack from the blind side is Derek Moore. the second-round pick out of Michigan. Again, real game, call a timeout, but preseason, fine with this. Well, now they will call a timeout with 2 seconds left. Yeah, bad beat. That was a great sack by Moore, yep. You know, first was the preseason, yep. Hollywood's 5 and Sports Train Daniels. So now the clock is stopped with 2 seconds. I'm not quite sure I understand this unless the Commanders call timeout. Oh, they're reviewing the play. Hang on a second. They're reviewing the play. So we're going to take a look at this. And the ball was out. We're going to go to commercial break here. McCoy steady over play for tackling him, do the thumbs down. Ugh. I don't understand that at all. I don't understand why you do that at all. Yeah, that's some, that would be taunting. So they're reviewing this play. We go to a commercial break here. Yeah, how many people thought Lamar would go to college? Yep. Starts rather Harmon. No reason watching an alternate 2. No, I don't understand records. Especially tune in. Yeah, Harmon at this point is what he is. He's been in the league for 3 years. He's not really gotten any better. You drafted a guy. I think alternating quarterbacks is a bad idea. You can't get into a rhythm. Like, alternating quarterbacks, there's a reason it's never worked in the history of the NFL. Alternating on every drive. I would just let Cal Kamanis go the rest of the way. I don't get the alternating with Hartman. Either let Hartman play the end of the half and then have Cal Kamanis go the second half, but don't do this alternating on and off. Hey, D-line looks very good, Troy. Yep. D-line looks very good. If it was a rookie saying it's cut, yeah. I would think so. And the ball came out. Of course, he said the Rutgers. No, Hartman is what he is at this point. I mean, to be fair. I mean, you draft a guy 7th round. You have Mariota and Daniels. So you're QB3. I don't know if... I mean, Hartman's not going to get signed by anyone. If you're going to keep 3 quarterbacks, I want to see what you have in Cal Menace. Yes, of course, like down the water for this year, potentially. Though backup quarterbacks have stayed in the league for a long time if they're just smart and don't rock the boat and they have the physical traits, which Hartman does. You know, Derek Moore looks good so far. Derek Moore looks very good so far, Jonathan. So the ball came out at the end. It was pinned against his body. But what the hell? After review, Adrian Hill's crew needs to be fired. What the hell is that? The ball came out. Washington recovered it. So it didn't even matter. And then after review, the clock keeps running and we go to halftime. That was the most pointless review in the history of reviews. Adrian Hill's crew back at again with the BS. JJ starting, all right. You have the Brentford game. I'm going to throw that on afterwards. So we're at the halftime break here. 7-all your score. Yeah, that is funny, Dexy. That is funny to think about. Yeah, that was beautiful. Wait, no, it still didn't matter. Yeah, watching him recover the ball. It didn't matter. They recovered it. Have you been on this? Potentially. I mean, this was just really stupid. What are they even doing? I have no idea. He'd rather crab fishing now than any time this season. But Adrian Hill, I mean, this is just another day that ends in Y with him. Remember, it's early day 2? I think so. If the running game does not play well this year, I think we could. I think definitely we could. But I like Toon a lot. Cornbread Adams is such a great nickname. Cornbread is such a great nickname. It's better than Negative Run, Isaac. The Cure Insurance commercials, yep. Well, it used to be worse. It used to be way worse. And semi-creepy. I'm not seeing those on stream. I'm getting the NFL. I don't get the local ads. I get the national NFL Plus ads, which was the Kurt Warner, like, be smart with everything. So at least not the car wash ad. The car wash ad last year was just terrible. We don't have that, at least, which is good. I'm sure doing Interstate Carmine. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm doing the Rams Saints game, and I'm doing the Cardinals game against the Cowboys. So you got those on the docket today. Appreciate you for tuning in. So, this one brought to you by Prize Picks. Use our code HMA, play 5, get 115 bonus lines, so your first $5 lineup hits. Here's what I'm going with today. I'm going with a power play, 20 to win 80. Trevino to not have a hit. Rodriguez to not have a hit. And Corbin Carroll to have a hit. The Reds pitching staff today, the starting pitchers in ERA above 5. Michael Soroka on the bump. I like him a lot for the D-backs. I think Trevino and Rodriguez will be held in check. And Carroll with a hit. Used by code HMA. Again, available in most states. Appreciate you guys a ton. Used by code HMA. Link in the description down below. Ever seen me a dome in the next 10 years? No, because Buffalo... I mean, Buffalo, they just built their stadium. That's outdoors. Lambeau feels like it'd be a dome. And I mean, like every new stadium, yes. Every new stadium built in the next 10 years will be a dome. But every stadium in total, no. Wait, hey, Joey Wilson Pickett. I've actually never heard that cover. Actually, never heard that one. We got Chanel with the 20. Appreciate you a ton on that one. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I'll get you on the LED board. Go Panthers. There was a great win last night. That was a great win for you guys last night. Oh my God. I appreciate you a ton on that one. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much, Chanel. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. So with your donation, you get to help me decide which game we're calling next Thursday for college football. Do you want the Stony Brook game or the Youngstown State game? I appreciate you a ton on that one. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Yeah, championship teams usually have a lot of depth. Yep. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Which game do you want me to do? I'll get you on the call for it. If you want a college football game. Yeah, well, it's got, yeah, retractable roof is one thing. But like just having a roof at dome / retractable roof. Well, Seattle's not building a new stadium. And McCarthy misses 2 festivals in terms of, jeez. Let's fix this win again today. Let's do it. Let's do it. I appreciate that a ton, man. I appreciate you a ton on that shit, though. That means a lot to me. You guys are awesome. We have over 10,000 views this stream for a preseason game. We're averaging well over 10,000 views per stream for the NFL, which is incredible. So you guys are just awesome. Let me take subs only mode off now that we're at halftime. I think the bots are gone. Famous last words. Famous last words. Literally right as I say that. Still going to take it off, but could not have timed that any better. Yeah, you got to stay healthy. Yep, that's the key for, I'd say most of the teams. You got to stay healthy, but especially with a team that doesn't have a lot of depth like you guys. Oh my goodness. And we're at the halftime break here. 7-all your score. Give us some halftime stats. The Broncos building larger than MetLife. They should. I mean, I think they definitely have the ability to do it. Like, you're not going to be pressed for tickets. They sell it every game as it is. Youngstown's fine. Appreciate you a ton on that. Oh, I'll get you on Youngstown. It counts as triple, so that would be... Whew, man. We're not a lot of depth. Nope. Nope. Same issue as last year. Yeah, that's my concern in some positions. There are some positions we have depth, and some are like, oh no, Jesus, take the wheel. Some matchups, a matchup of surprise never happened in the playoffs. That never happened in the playoffs. I would say the fact we never got a Bills 49ers Super Bowl in the 90s was kind of insane. Yeah, more to Youngstown. Yeah, Frankus, please. Well, no, we fixed depth at certain positions. There's still, it's going to take a while, but we fixed depth at like tight end and offensive line. We fixed the depth there. Yeah, Bills, Niners, Super Bowl, I'm surprised this never happened. Like the 80s and the 90s, they made it just about every year, but never at the same time. So in halftime stats for you, Sam Hartman, 6 for 6, 32 yards. Kelly McManus, 3 for 4 with 20 yards. As for Detroit, Altmaier, 6 for 8, 58 yards passing. He's the quarterback the rest of the way. Dobbs, 3 for 6, strip sack, and a pick. Did not play well, but did have a 50-yard touchdown run on the read option. Lions running the ball well, 128 yards rushing. And Sailors with 32 yards on over 5 yards to carry, just like last game. Katron Allen leads the way with 5 carries for 23 yards for the Commanders. As for receivers, Jackson makes 3 catches, 27 yards. DJ Reed, 2 tackles for a loss, and a backflip at the end. Commanders with 4 sacks in that first half, including one from Maurice Hurst. How's it going, Matthew? Appreciate you being here, man. Got the Rams game later today at 4 o'clock Eastern time. You know, all of our sons are just way too young. Way too young. It's tragic. Highest it could go? I could say 85. I think 85K. Yeah, the run matchup so far for the Lions, yeah, I like Sailors. Pacheco, I mean, I don't think he has any vision, but Gibbs is obviously incredible. Why would you be surprised Raiders Jaguars has never happened? Why would you be surprised that's never happened in a playoff game? The Raiders were like garbage for the last 20 years for the most part. The Jags are a brand new team. Why would you be surprised by that? But I score safety because of him. Jeez. I feel like we're missing the crap off there. Huntley versus McCarthy. I feel like I'm missing a banger of a game right now. We're at the halftime break here. After this game is done, for those who are new to the channel, this is not a green screen. This is all real helmets, and that one's all grabbed by Joe Theismann on the bottom. I will switch the helmets out. This one's Dan Orlovsky. We do have a Calvin Johnson helmet here as well. He always been a Raiders Lions Super Bowl. We do have a Calvin Johnson right over here. He got that signed at the draft in 2024. And some would say the greatest game. Yep. More first round action. Fire away, JP. Fire away. But after this game is done, I take out all these helmets. I replace them with Rams and Saints helmets. So all these helmets come out. I got about 1,500 helmets in total if you're new to the channel. I flip them out. How's it going, Lou? Appreciate you a ton on that one. Yeah, no Raiders Lions Super Bowl. Never happened. Appreciate records. Love it. Just call random games. I'll be in the lives more often. Love that I found the channel. Appreciate your records. Everything means a lot to me. Thank you so much. I love calling football. We call other sports too. We call soccer. We call baseball, basketball. We do everything on here. Olympics, World Cup. We do everything on here, which is awesome. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, we should be doing some records games here too. We should be doing some records games. We got 2 games coming up later today. We'll be live for college football. Gonna do triple headers for college football every Saturday. So every Saturday we're doing a 12 o'clock, a 3:30, and a 7:30 game. I was low pick Lions versus Super Bowl. Yeah, keyword little. You need Jags Cardinals for the chaos sale. That'd be great. That'd be great. Just in the sport collectible store, the mini helmets are like 40 a piece. Oh man, yeah. Yeah, I don't usually get them at the store. I try to get them on eBay because they're a lot more expensive. I remember they used to be like $25 growing up, and now it's like 40, 45, $50 in the team store for a mini helmet. Like that's too much. That's way too much. Yeah, that'll be funny in Detroit. Yep. 9-1. Jeez, that's a crazy blowout. You know, Cowboys Raiders, I'm surprised, yeah. I mean, yeah, a lot of it was expensive. I dumped a lot of my life savings into doing this, and it's paid off. But the helmets now, I usually, when I buy, I get them on eBay. I don't pay more than $20 for a helmet. Yeah, Jags cards would be sick of us. You're not kidding on that one. Like, I'm not spending $50 on a blank mini helmet. I'll put it that way. I don't spend $50 on a blank mini helmet. I find these steals. I scour eBay and just find these steals. Like when I bought all those like when I posted that photo of all those college helmets I bought this offseason, like 100 college helmets, I did not pay $5,000 for that. 100 times 50, I did not pay that. I will put it that way. Yeah, 3-0 fifth tiers, that's not terrible for against Werder Bremen. It's not terrible. The Saints have started in just a little bit. Oh, yeah, that'd be a great prompt, RC. That'd be a great one. That'd be fun. All right, gonna get second half started here. Again, Commanders. Looks like they're alternating quarterbacks. Lions are not. It's gonna be Altmaier the rest of the way. I don't like this alternating quarterback system, though. Jay Daniels played the first drive, did nothing. It's a quick 3 and out. And he got sacked, and I think that was it for Dan Quinn and company. Yeah, the Bots are on full force today, yep. But they used to be like 20-25. They did, yep. They're trying to sign Balogun. Barcelona, what's up? Balogun? Oh, I think that's a bit too bold for him so far. Villa and Town, I can see that, but Barcelona, I don't think he'd ever get any playing time. A Broser Bajard second, oof. Where the regular helmet's like 175. Yeah, the full size, so like 225. You know the result? Yeah, from what you're saying, JP. Yeah, but I would not want him at Barcelona. I don't think he would get a lot of playing time. All right, let's get this one back underway. Commanders will get it to start the half. Commanders going right to left this half, and the return brought out to the 20, breaks a tackle, brought down the 23-yard line. Yeah, preseason might actually not look like crap. There was a flag on the return, though, so it might be coming back. If it is, it's the second time they've been called for a block in the back or a holding on a return this game. Maybe they have to go. Oh, man. That's a bummer. All good, though. And we got new lore last night. You're holding on the receiving team, so we'll back it up. Oh, no, helmets are awesome, yeah, but they definitely jacked on the price this last 10 years. It was not as expensive when I was growing up. You know, Jake Bobo on season-ending injured reserve. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I didn't realize that, David. Dan Quinn can fire this year? I think so. If they don't make the playoffs and they look bad, I could see it. Tell me the relegation race, based on the way their defense looks so far, yeah. It's possible. It's definitely possible. So ball the 13-yard line here for the Commanders. They're going right to left. Emotional receiver Antonio Williams to the top of the screen. Stretch play here to the left side. Breaks one tackle, and Allen brought down the 15-yard line. Gain of 2 on the run to the left side. Trevor Nowaski on the stop. 2nd and 8 for the Commanders. We got Sarah sending a gift, a GoDro for 1,000 joules. Appreciate you on that one, Sarah. Thank you so much for that one. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much, Sarah. We don't think we'll be in the relegation race, but I'm guessing bottom half of the table, potentially. 2 at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom. Back to his left. Emotion Williams at the top of the screen. The quarterback in Calcamanus is the quarterback. Deep shot down the right side. One-handed grab. P.I. What a grab. Oh my goodness. The catch there by Jaden Bradley on the right side. The undrafted man out of UNLV. Gain of 30. Brentford up 3-0 now. Oh, this is just getting funny. Gain of 30. There's a flag for P.I. Any chance to my relegate teams? No changes yet. What a grab on the right side, that seam route. The safety closing in, tough grab. Keith Abney on the coverage, going to get called for PI. Not that it matters. Abney was holding his arm all the way, so he can only use one arm. Holds on to the ball. What a grab by Bradley. One of the best catches of the preseason by anyone. Jaden Bradley, welcome to the NFL. Had 2 catches for 21 yards last game. That is a heck of a grab. 2 at the bottom of the screen. Commanders to the 45-yard line. Fulham country in Sunderland. Yep. I think I have the same as you, right? Because I've Fulham down too. Handoff here, nothing doing. Right? I think we have the exact same. So I had Coventry going down. Sunderland I had going down. I had Fulham. But Fulham, we'll be able to tell Fulham in like 3 games. If Fulham plays well the first 3, I'm not going to be worried. If that makes sense. Brentford could get Europe. 2nd and 10, the 45-yard line for the run gets nothing. Right now it's Saints Packers or Saints Cowboys. We have not. 2 at the top of the screen, 1 the bomb back to his right. Here in the gun is cgiulianihpu. Lions have 4 on the line. They're going to send 4, pressure from the edge. Screen pass to the left side, low throw. Caught by Allen. Not a great throw. Bit too low, and he's not able to get anything off of it. So 3rd and 10 on the throw to the left side on the screen. Might start on downs. Jeez. Yeah, that was a heck of a grab. That was one of the best grabs of the preseason. That is up there. A bit of a low throw on that screen. Did that hit the ground? I think it hit the ground. I actually don't think that's a completion. I actually do not think he caught that ball. They're going to rule it a catch. Again, I'm not sure he caught that ball. But 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Rutgers, UMass first week will give any a Ram give to call. We'll see on that. Flags fly on the snap, so back it up 5 yards. And the Commanders now pinned in at the 40-yard line. 3rd and long coming up. Now, Brentford never played in Europe before. Nope. They do it the right way, too. Brentford does it the right way. They're a rival of Fulham, but I respect them. I respect Brentford. The way they build their academy and the way they approach their team, I respect Brentford. So 3rd and 15, the 40-yard line here. Commanders going right to left. It will be live for the... I know we're doing Clemson LSU week 1. I'm not sure the other games are doing week 1 just yet. Usually I just leave it up to the people. Usually I have this thing where people donate, and whichever game gets the highest donation total is the game we do. There are some games that are locked in. Like LSU Ole Miss is locked in. Ohio State Texas is locked in. Lions jump. Free play here for cgiulianihpu. Flushed out to his right. cgiulianihpu will fire a deep shot across his body. No harm in doing so. Overthrown, incomplete down the right side. But good idea by cgiulianihpu, realizing it was a free play. Looking for Antonio Williams down the right side. So move back up to the 45-yard line here. As the Lions have jumped. And cgiulianihpu realized that. And Commanders going right to left here. It will be live for 3 games today. This is game number 1. Offside on the far side on the edge. I guess Huntley look for the 85 Bears. No, Huntley is like not a good thrower of the ball, but he was better backup for them than Cooper Rush. 3rd and 10 at the 45-yard line. So after all that, we're right back to where we started. 2 at the top of the screen, including Antonio Williams, who's been pretty quiet today, the 3rd-round pick out of Clemson. So having just 1 catch last game. They'll send 4. cgiulianihpu fires middle of the field. That is somehow hauled into the 34-yard line. Speaking of the devil, Antonio Williams working on Abney. Bit behind him, a good adjustment by Williams. And he makes the grab for a first down, gain of 21 yards. Had time in the pocket. And it was behind him, but Williams with the adjustment in midair. Not the best throw, but Williams with a great adjustment. Gets inside on Abney and a first down. Abney's having a rough drive so far. The 5th-round pick out of ASU. First down, the 34-yard line here for the Commanders. Going right to left on this opening drive of the second half. 2 at the top of the screen. Now trips to the top as in motion. Williams to the top of the screen as a slot receiver. Back to his right is Allen. They're going to give it on the sweep to Allen on the near side. Allen with a juke move inside to the 30. Brought down the 26-yard line. Gain of 8 before he's taken down on the play. By the 6-year man, Onzarike. Former second-round pick fighting for a spot on the roster. If you're not playing last season. One at the top of the screen, one at the bottom. In the eye here, cgiulianihpu, play action, they'll send 4. Stepping up in the pocket, fires, caught at the 15-yard line and brought down the 14. He's looking sharp so far. cgiulianihpu stepping up in the pocket nicely. It's Jaden Bradley. Much more conventional grab that time. Needs 2 hands for that one, but gain a 12 and a first. And the Commanders in the red zone for the first time today. Remember, their 7 points in the first half came on a fumble recovery in the end zone after Dobbs got sacked. So best drive for the Commanders so far. cgiulianihpu looking sharp. Ball at the 14. 2 at the top of the screen. Stretch play the near side. Bounce out of a tackle is Allen, and Allen will get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost a yard, but could have been worse. So he bounced outside after being stopped. The tackle there by Joe Bacci, the free agent acquired from the Titans this offseason. 2nd and 11. Yeah, they're picking on Abney, yep. Inter Milan up, all right. And Brentford with a PK there. Oh, off the post. I was going to say going up 4-0, but off the post. Oh, man, that could have been... Do it for the memes, Brentford. Man. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Pro Bowler Tyler Huntley. Yep, Pro Bowler Shooter Sanders. Back to his right is Allen. They'll send 6 pass in the flat, incomplete. cgiulianihpu realized there was pressure, got rid of it quickly, but unable to make the grab on the left side is Lawrence Cager. Should make that grab. Him and right in the hands on the fly on the left side. Brings up 3rd and 10. And Como down 1-0. All right. I wish Brentford made that pen make it 4-0. 3rd down here, ball at the 15-yard line. cgiulianihpu back to his right is Jeremy McNichols, the veteran running back. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. It's 4 wide set. 2 by 2. Back to his right. McNichols takes the snap. Flags fly. That'll be another false start against the Commanders. Their 2nd of the drive. Looks like Tom Brady quits Tyler Huntley. That says a lot. All right, let me throw that game on, actually. Let me throw that one on. Oh, wait, no, I can't because it's on NFL Plus, and they're doing... Oh, wait, are they... Well, Bills Browns, if that's in a lightning delay, they flipped to something. They're bullying Tottenham. I wish it was 4-0. Yeah, okay, they flip it. Okay, so they do have the Vikings team on. Okay. 3rd and 15. Faulkner and NCO for tied 1-1. All right. cgiulianihpu in the gun. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, 4 wide. Back to his right, McNichols once again. They'll send 6. Pressure off the edge. Gets rid of it. Caught the 12-yard line. Trying to stay in bounds and does. To get a couple extra, but shy of the line to gain. Williams brought down at the 9-yard line. cgiulianihpu was pressured off the blind side. Gets him a little bit slowly, but he is okay. He'll jog off the field. 4th and 4. They'll send the field goal unit out. Good pressure off the blind side. Off the edge. Malcolm Rodriguez, the 5th-year man. And he should make 12 appearances once for the first 2 seasons. I'm going to say fact. I can see it happening this year. I definitely see it happening this year. So 4th and 4. Commanders send the field goal unit out for a 6-minute drive. And a chance here for the undrafted rookie out of Iowa, Drew Stevens, on what should be a chip shot from 27 yards out. Snap is good. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Almost blocked. There was pressure coming up inside, but the kick is good. And the Commanders in front. 10-7 on an opening drive field goal. Took about 6 minutes off the clock. What's I pick this time? Ooh, for which game? For which game? My Browns game suspended. Yep, with Lightning. Yep. Pick for what, Cannonball? Appreciate you, man. Which game? Pick for what? The prize picks thing? Or, like, actual preseason picks? Yeah, game day, LSU Clemson, Texas, I would say LSU Ole Miss. No surprises there. Easily the best games of the bunch. Give one at a time. I'm going to go fiction. Which college team takes a big leap this year? Ooh. I think Penn State was not as bad as their record showed last year. There were a lot of close games they lost. I think last year Penn State was better than their record showed. I think they're going to bounce back. I'm not saying playoff, but I think they could win 9 or 10 games this year. Me and my TV's having a little volume. I mute him. He'll injury the Lions. He'll injure any team that needs a receiver. So on the news for the last 2 weeks. That's a new record. Yeah, but I I mute the TVs. I don't have the audio on for the TVs. Favorite Pac-12 after dark memory. I mean, I was at the ASU game against Oregon in 2019 where ASU pulled off the upset and we stormed the field. I don't know if that counts as after dark. I mean, Minshew going off. Or not Minshew. Oh man, not Minshew. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm blanking. Oh my god, he was drafted by the Titans later. He wasn't any good. It wasn't Anthony Gordon, right? I mean, the UCLA game against Wazoo, I think, yeah, it was Anthony Gordon. Yeah, the UCLA Wazoo game as well. Had a blast. Appreciate you, Jersey Dolphins. Appreciate you. Yeah, I love doing the soccer games. I love doing that. We're doing League MX as well. We're doing a lot of League MX. We're doing Premier League. Fact, Rob. I think fact. Yeah, I was running the way showed last year. I think so, too. You Penn State after the Oregon loss. So that was a good game, too. How's my channel name? That was my alias for a while. So, Gators are my favorite football team for college. Jaguars are my favorite NFL team. And then 9's my lucky number. But that was just my alias for a while on, like, different platforms. And I was like, okay, just going to stick with it. Yeah, I wish I had 2 deciding paper. I wish so, too. But yeah, those are my 2 favorite memories. ASU Oregon and the Wazoo Anthony Gordon UCLA game. Those 2. Balgard looks like my niece from Team. Oh, jeez. That's the side of the name. I've had it for a while on different things and just carried over. It's funny because, like, I'm a Florida and ASU football fan, and it's funny because, like, I do like Florida football a lot, but it's not the level that I have for, like, the D-backs or the Jaguars or High Point. So it is kind of funny like that. Like, Jaguars are my 1, and then tier 2 is D-backs and High Point. And then tier 3 is, like, Florida football in terms of fandom. Most hated college football team? Ooh. Maybe Florida State. Right, Penn State was beat Indiana. Yeah, they probably should have. That was a heck of a grab by Cooper. If Cooper doesn't make that adjustment, they win that game. So kickoff here, going to get back and away. Lions, their first drive of the half. They're going left to right. Kickoff will be fielded in the end zone, taken out, and go into the 10, 15, 20. Looking for space for the 25 and brought down the 26-yard line. In a regular game, you take the touchback there, but I'm totally fine taking it out. Amaris Brown, there's actually 242, so I'm not sure which one had the return. There's 242s on the Lions, but we return to the 26 for Detroit. They're going left to right here. Yeah, that was a fun game, Ryan. That was a really fun game. Entering on the worst crew in the NFL? Easily. Yep, easily. Yeah, Georgia's up there as well. Georgia's up there for most hated. As a Florida fan. So Altmaier in the game. Oh no, is it Dobbs? Where they're alternating quarterbacks again. Okay, hand off your gain of 8. So Dobbs is back in the game. Flag on the play. So Lions are alternating quarterbacks. Dobbs went the first. Altmaier went the second. Dobbs is going to go with the third, it looks like. He's coming back for holding, so back it up. A run of 8. So both teams alternating quarterbacks. Bills, Lions, primetime. Yep, all the primetime games we're doing. Yep. Most state teams, the Cowboys. Grew up with the Eagles fan in the 90s with hard life. Now it's flipped. Yep, you're not kidding on that one. Illegal formation is the call, so back it up. 1st and 15. Where examples of Adrian Hill's crew being bad. The Patriots game last year against the Saints. The Jaguars game against the Rams where they called back a touchdown for a block in the back when there was no block in the back. They called it on a guy that wasn't even on the field. Adrian Hill is just really, really bad. So 1st and 15. And again, Josh Dobbs, the quarterback. So the Lions alternating quarterbacks by quarter. So you figure Dobbs will go the third. One at the top of the screen, one at the bottom, 2 wide. Dobbs under center. Play action. Dobbs looks, they'll send 4, fires. Second read, out route on the left side. Caught at the 32-yard line by Martin. So Tay Martin makes the grab. He had that block the last time Dobbs was out there that set up the read option 50-yard touchdown. Good throw there by Dobbs. He had the first read down the flat open on the far side. Decided to go second read, go a bit more down the field, the intermediate route. And Martin with a good cutback on the out route, getting around Fred Davis, the undrafted rookie out of Northwestern. 2nd and 3 for the Lions at the 32-yard line. And the Lions going left to right this drive in this quarter. Yeah, but all the primetime games, Thursday, Sunday, Monday night, we're doing all of them. So every primetime game we do. One of the top 2 at the bottom, stretch play to the right side. And diving ahead is Blackshear to the 34-yard line as he's thrown down 2 yards shy of the sticks. 3rd and 2. Yeah, so the rule that I do for the games we do for NFL, I don't do any games during 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock windows. That might change this year. I think we have an injured Lion offensive lineman who is down right now. So our clock is stopped at 7:26. But what we do, if you're new to the channel, what we do is the streaming schedule is Saturday we do triple header college football. 12 o'clock, 3:30, 7:30. The injured line, by the way, is Miles Frazier, the second-year man, last year's 5th-round pick out of LSU. You had the game against Oregon in 2015 when you were a senior? Oh, man, that game. Do the fake crowd noise thing, no one's cheering during preseason? Man. Lost by deodorant? Oof, that sucks. That sucks. So back on our way here after the injured restoppage to Miles Frazier. One at the top of the screen, one at the bottom. My formation here, ball to 34. Dobbs under center. So you go left to right. Dobbs takes a snap, handoff up the middle, and a good cutback inside to the 40, 45-yard line. Blackshear down to the 49-yard line. Good run there, good cut. For he's brought down by Cajo, but a gain of 15 and a first down for the Lions. They've been very good on third down this game, and that streak continues. They get to the line quickly. So here's the plan this season, if you're new to the channel. Saturday, triple header college football. Every Saturday, 12 o'clock, 3:30, 7:30. Maybe quadruple header. We might do Hawaii tests, depending on if the timing works out with certain games. Not all the games, but depending on it. Two at the top of the screen. Dobbs hands off, stretch play right side, no gain. Brought down the line of scrimmage at the 48, brings up 2nd and 10. Sunday, we do Saturday Night Football. Monday, Monday Night Football. Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll do other sports. But when October starts, and that happens, we have midweek CUSA, midweek Maction action. We go live for that. So CUSA Maction games midweek we do, but for the first month there aren't any, so we don't do that. Thursday, we do Thursday Night Football. Friday, we do Friday Night College Football. So that's what we do on the channel. Robert Henry, he's been all right so far. He's been all right. He's had nothing flashy. I mean, the Commanders have not had a ton of great runs. To the top, one of the bottom. Back to his left, Elson for Dobbs. Second read, not there. He's taken way too long. Flushed out to his weak side. Looking to fire on the run. Just throws that ball down the sideline. Incomplete. Took way too long there to get out of the pocket. Tariq Black, the intended target, but it was good protection. Dobbs just took too long to go through his reads. Give me a streaming next. Rams Saints at 4 o'clock Eastern time. Demonstration Police will be out for the game side aired. Yep. Yes, they will. Ravens up 3-0. They put 1-0. Oh, they put the Rouge on there. Yeah, Dwayne Stafford. You're not counting on that one. That was show number 500. I realized it was the 500th edition of College Game Day. That's awesome. Yeah, and we play this in October. Yep. Yep. I'll take the Maction games out for that. To the top, to the bottom, back to his left. Third down here. Dobbs off his back foot. Drag route. Incomplete. It was a good throw. They sent the blitz and a drag route to the left side for Tay Martin. He drops the ball. Should have been a first down at acres of room. It's a good read by Dobbs. Recognized the pressure. And as he was being hit by DJ Johnson, as we cut to commercial. What? Why did we cut to commercial break? Okay. Well, now we're... In fact, there was a flag on the play. I think on the punt. Yeah, NFL Plus just skipped ahead, so redo the punt. Ball will be at the 42-yard line. NFL Plus is being weird on that one. My apologies there. But 4th and 16. And the punt here for Fox. There's plenty of time to get this one off. Be fielded at the 11-yard line. Taken to the 15, trying to bounce to your side. Good job there by the gunner. Only 4 yards on the return. Great stop by Troy Reeder. Just a 4-yard return for Luke McCaffrey. And the Commanders start at their own 15-yard line with a flag on the return. So might be pinned a little bit more. But a good punt there by Fox nonetheless. Again, appreciate all you guys for being here. We have emojis in the chat if you remember. Again, after this game is done, Saints-Rams, 4 o'clock Eastern time. So we have a bit of a break in between. That's good because I can flip all the helmets out for Saints and Rams helmets. Block in the back. Jocelyn sending hiding for 10 jewels. Appreciate you telling that one, Jocelyn. You guys have been awesome today. I appreciate the donations. I appreciate all you guys a ton. Bones' best record at home? I did not realize that. I would have thought it'd be the Brewers. I actually would have thought the Brewers on that, but... Winston second quarter? Boo. So Brewers was going to go second half. So not surprised. Not surprised. So 10-7 your score. (24-10). That's a really good home record. Commanders ball when we get back here. And there seems to be alternating quarterbacks. Kelly Masterson last drive. Might be Hartman for this one. We will see. For space all the helmets, I have a closet that's just helmets. I have a walk-in closet. Yeah, I have a walk-in closet that is just nothing but helmets. About 1,500 helmets total. Battleground all right. So I have just bins on top of bins on top of bins. And I have a bunch of cases as well. Yeah, basically, I have a 2-bedroom place, and... Oh, this was actually... I have a line somewhere I forgot to take out. Give me a second here. I was going to say, I have an extra line somewhere. Hang on. Hang on, I forgot these. Gotta bring out the Nate Burleson helmet. Forgot to bring out the Nate Burleson Salute to Service helmet. I forgot I moved some bins around, so I forgot those got lost in the shuffle. I was like, wait a sec, where's the Nate Burleson helmet? There we go. I got that one signed when he came to the Super Bowl in Phoenix. So, got those two as well. So, speaking of helmets. Oh, the Brewers play... Oh, that makes sense, Jackson. That makes sense. Getting more helmets the same 1,500. Probably going to stay for now. So usually what I'll do, I go to the draft every year with my dad. I have a great time at the draft every year with my dad. And what I do is the players that are going to the draft, I'll buy the college helmet of them and try to get them signed. I think the NFL helmets, I think I'm staying. There's only a couple that I really need. I need, Hill's a midseason form. Yep. Like, I need to get the new Titans helmet. I need to get as well I want to get the Disco Giants helmet from the 1970s. I want to get that. But other than that, I think I'm pretty good on helmets. I just don't have the room. College helmets are where I want to grow more. And because I get them signed. I try to get them signed. Hartman back in the game. Handoff here. Loss of 1 down to the 6-yard line. So I try to get them signed. So the college helmets, that's Henry, loss of 1. What I try to do with the college helmets, the Cardinals, they do training camp. And I bring the helmets of the colleges of the players and try to get them to sign. And then same thing with the NFL draft. I'll try to get them to sign the college helmet. But I don't sell them. I collect it. I show them off, and I use them in the studio. So, 2nd and 11 here. But, yeah, I think footballs is the next frontier because they look really good on the wall. Footballs look really good on the wall. Trips to the top, 2 to the bottom, 5 wide. Hartman takes a step. They're going to send 4. Hartman fires in the flat on the right side. Caught by Henry. Henry cuts back inside to the 10 and down to the 12-yard line here. Gain of 6 brings up 3rd and 5. Faulkner leads, all right. More college or NFL? Definitely NFL. College, I have about, I'd say, 200 college at this point. Or 150 college. Yeah, I would say, college, I would say about 150 to 175. NFL, I have about 1,200. 2 at the top of the screen, 2 of them on back to his left. Hartman takes it, they'll send 5. Deep shot down the left side. Incomplete. Looking down the left side on the fly route. For Bradley, who had that great grab earlier. That's a quick 3 and out. Lions send 5. Bit too errant on the throw by Hartman. It's going to be a punt out of their own end zone here for Tressway. Yeah, that's good, Jackson. Yep. 32-year rotation for every student hosts a draft. No, I'm... Some cities do better than others. So I don't know if you do 32-year rotation. There's some cities I don't want to see host the draft. 4th and 5, the punt here, fielded at the 37-yard line, taken to the 40, cuts back up the middle to the 45, good return to the 50, down to the 47-yard line. A great return there. The juke move inside. That is Greg Dortch on the return, acquired in free agency from the Cardinals this past offseason. And a good return there. Makes it just 35 yards of net. Detroit taking over in plus territory at the 47-yard line here with 4:01 to go in the third quarter. You have all 30 teams with an 0-1 era jersey, 8,500 photos, 200 being signed. That's incredible. Yeah, I like watching the bottom end of the battles, Isaac. I love watching like the bottom end of the depth chart battles. Like the guys that like you probably will never see unless something goes horribly wrong, but I do like watching those battles. So 10-7 your score. All the 47 we get back. As long as YouTube been my job. Full-time since December 2022. So I went to law school. I was doing this while I was in law school. And then after I graduated law school, I got my master's and my JD, I decided to make the plunge and take the chance and go full-time on this. I've been doing this since 2019. I would say summer of 21 was really the first time I thought, May of 21 was the first time I thought, oh crap, I could do this full-time potentially. Like, I can actually do this full-time if I keep this up. Yeah, May of 21 was when it first came to mind where I theoretically could have done it full-time. Conceivably could have done it. But I've started doing it full-time since December 22. And it's been phenomenal. It's been phenomenal. To have a job for YouTube. I was in law school. I was a paralegal for a little bit. I worked in the athletic department of my school, High Point University. So I did stuff beforehand. But I was a student at law school getting my JD and getting my master's in sport law and business. And we'll do bids for the draft? Yep. Well, not really. It's not bids for money. It's not like bids for money. It's not like they're paying the NFL money. It's not like whoever gives the most money. It's more like you submit a bid not for money, but like here's how we would do it. Here's what would be set up. Here's the hotels. Here's what we would do. Here's where everything would go. Here's the branding, and that's what a bid is. It's not we give whoever gives the most money. It's not that. Tattoos, I have no problem with them. I don't have any. I'll probably never get one. If I ever get one, it's gonna be a Jaguar with a Vince Lombardi trophy if they ever win the Super Bowl. If I get one, I would say my only thing is I don't put them on the face. Face tattoos, I'm not crazy about. But tattoos themselves, I have no problem with it. I have tons of friends that have sleeves. And some pretty cool tats. Did your quarterback play? I don't know if you're a Lions fan or a Commanders fan. If Lions, Goff did not play today. Daniels, he played one drive. He got sacked. They went 3 and out. Safety blitz, murder wins. Jeez. Remember it's still 3-0? Oh, man. So funny. Ball at the 48-yard line here for the Lions. The run here goes for Williams. Williams to the 40, to the 35. To the 30. NFL Plus just cut away. It was a screen pass. My apologies. NFL Plus just cut away at the worst time. So it was a screen pass to Williams. And he gets brought down at the 24-yard line. Gain a 24 for Williams on the screen. You have an injured line. I don't get... NFL Plus sometimes cuts like that. I don't know why. Michael Neese is down for the Lions. He'll hobble off the field, so I'll take a break here. So we get back. Gain a 24 on the punt. How's it going? Or the screen. How's it going, Jason? Appreciate you, man. The injury for the Lions. Yeah, Michael Neese, yep. Yeah, the Eds are crazy. Yeah, you're not kidding on that one. You're not kidding. I don't control the Eds, Friday Jr. I don't control the Eds. That's a YouTube thing. Yeah, I've not been crazy about Hecker in quite some time. You have the Lions from the Super Bowl, but you're a Bears fan. How does that make sense? 2 face sets going with 17-19. I don't regret, but I'm not getting more face. Yeah. I have nothing against face tattoos. If I'm getting a tattoo, I'm never getting it on the face. Because face, like, you have to see, like, forever. It's one of those, like, you can't cover it up. It just seems painful, too. Can any CFL team be an NFL team? Not even close. No, it would be a bloodbath. It would be an absolute bloodbath. No CFL team could be an NFL team. Maybe back in the 60s when the leagues were, like, semi-competitive, but... but not anymore. Those days have come and gone. Again, the injury to another Lions defensive line, Michael Neese, so... Yeah, I take the rookie. I would take the rookie. Who makes canon? I think... I appreciate a ton, Preliminary. I appreciate you a ton. My guess for canon for the senior, now that Jim Marshall's dead, I think... Usually what happens is that the committee only thinks about guys once they pass away. They're like, oh crap, how is this guy not in the Hall of Fame? And it's too late. Happened with Ken Riley, happened with Ken Stabler, happened with a lot of guys. Cliff Branch. I think it's going to happen... Right, you can't throw it away, exactly. I think Jim Marshall will get in. I think Canadian football. When I say CFL, I'm talking Canadian football. So I'm going to go Jim Marshall. After his passing, usually they get in like a year or two after they pass. False start here after some confusion with Lucky Jackson in motion. Movement there, and that's Priestley. Melvin Priestley, the undrafted free agent out of Illinois who moves. So back it up 5 yards. Make it 1st and 15. Right, CFB. Yeah, college football CFB, yeah. There already is, Anthony. There always is a pro league in Mexico. One of the top two of the bomb back to his right. 3 wide here. Dobbs in the gun. Takes a snap. Hands it off out of the shotgun. And brought down at the 35-yard line goes Travion Williams. So we got some of that yardage back, but 2nd and 11. Watching Falcons Colts. Yeah, every time Colts have been penalized this game. Yeah, penalties are a lot in preseason. And Blackman can't play defense? Nope. No, the Colts defense scares me this year. Okay, Bills-Browns is going to resume apparently at 2:15 Eastern time. So Bills-Browns should resume in a little bit. 2nd down, 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Dobbs looks, slam pass, caught the 20-yard line and brought down the 19. Goes Lucky Jackson. Taken down on the play by Kay Madrano. Gain of 6, brings up 3rd and we'll call it 5. At the 19-yard line in the red zone here. I got the butt. Again, we got 3 games on the dock today. Rams Saints at 4 o'clock Eastern time. 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Now they'll have trips to the top of the screen, motioning Jackson to the top of the screen. So 4 wide, 3 at the top. Back to his left here is Williams. Now they're going to motion to the bottom of the screen in a 2x2, motioning Dominic Lovett. They'll send 4. Dobbs looks. First read out there. Second read will fire a hitch. Left side caught by Jackson. Breaks a tackle and thrown down at the 10-yard line. So Lucky Jackson back-to-back grabs. Fred Davis on the stop, the undrafted man out of Northwestern. But he does get 9 on the first down. It's a goal-to-go spot for the Lions at the 10-yard line. He's found the soft spot in the zone. An option to go into the flat or pull it back and just run a hitch. And a good decision there. Read the eyes of Antonio Hamilton all the way on that route. 1 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Well, Anthony, how can you have a favorite team if you didn't even know there was a league until I said 60 seconds ago? Stretch play here, the right side, bounces back inside, down to the 5-yard line goes Williams, so 2nd to go at the 5. Excuse you, not like a good way. Like, not Texans good. No, I mean like long season. Like if I was a Colts fan, I'd be scared of that defense. No, like Texans, I'm scared of. If I'm a Colts fan, I'd be scared of my own defense. You want to foul drum takeoff? All good. Yep, they're on the verge of punching it in. Woodson only 2 years left on the modern eligibility. I think he will. I think he'll vault in. Because Allen just shot up out of nowhere. And Woodson's come close. I think Woodson, he could make it this year. Because really, Gronk and Peterson will go in first spell. And then it's just do you put Ben in first ballot, Sherman in first ballot? It's going to be tough. Other guys like Yonda, Will Anderson, do at some point. Lions play clock was winding down, so they'll have to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining. Faulkner wins 2-1. Frazier needs, yep. So timeout here for the Lions. Going left to right here. We'll get back away in just a bit. This drive started past midfield for a good punt return by Greg Dortch. Was really good in Arizona. One of the more notable free agents the Lions signed. Second and goal here. 2 at the top of the screen. Back to his right is Williams. Dobbs in the gun, takes it to 5. Handled up the middle to Williams. Lowers the shoulder, brought down at the 1-yard line. I think Harlan Vigors was the first one who was in on the tackle. Or excuse me, it was 36, not 37. My apologies on that one. It was Malik Spencer, first in on the tackle, the undrafted free agent out of Michigan State. Third and goal at the 1-yard line here. You figure 4 down territory. 2 at the top of the screen. Back to his right is Williams. Dobbs in the gun. Dobbs takes it, hands up the middle to Williams, and he's in for a touchdown. That was the Travion Williams show on that drive. Start with a screen pass to Williams to get outside the red zone. End with Williams punching it in from 1 yard out. And the Lions in front for the first time today. 3 straight gives to Williams on that drive to end it. And the Lions in front. Oh, West Ham had a game time penalty and missed it? Oh, I didn't realize that. What's the score? 13-10 Lions. About to be 14-10 if they hit the extra point. I have the scoreboard on the top right of the screen, though. All good, Detroit. Yep, all good. Extra point for Bates. 9 seconds to go in the third quarter. Bates 1 for 1 extra points today, but did miss a field goal from about 50 yards out. This one to give the Lions a 4-point lead with 9 seconds remaining in the quarter. They had delay game coming off the TV. How is it even possible? Extra point is good. So the Lions lead for the first time with the score 14-10. All good, Detroit. Appreciate you, man. All good. And we'll see if that's it for Dobbs. Again, they had the first quarter was Dobbs. Second was Altmaier. Third was Dobbs. We'll see if the fourth is going to be Altmaier. They just alternate quarterbacks. Right, no excuses. You can't put an asterisk next to that. Yep. They were in punt formation for 20 seconds before they finally punted with zeros. Well, it's not game over. There's still 9 seconds left in the third quarter. Commanders will get it here. Off the kickoff return. Ball will be fielded at the 8-yard line, taken to the 20, 25 up the middle, and brought down at the 26-yard line. They'll run one play before we take it to the end of the quarter. With 1 second on the clock. Hartman was the quarterback last drive. They're alternating. It's going to be Kalikamakis here. Or Kalikamakis. But there was another flag on the play. If it's on the Commanders, that's the third time that they've been called for a penalty off a kickoff. Illegal formation is the call. Illegal formation is the call. I think they put on the 25-yard line as a result. Yeah, Juju, yep. Why are these games so early? Yeah, they're usually more spread out, but I guess on Saturdays they do it in the afternoon. Final play of the quarter. One of the top, one of the bottom. Commanders going right to left for this one play and one play only. Receiver in motion here. It's Jacoby Jones. Play action. Kalikamakis fires in the flat, incomplete. Off the hands of his intended target. Cager should have made the grab and did not. So it'll take us to the end of the quarter. The Commanders down by 4 when we get back here. I'll put a poll up. Who do you think wins this one? 14-10 your score. We'll be live for Saints Rams at 4 o'clock Eastern. 10 o'clock Eastern, we'll be live for the Cowboys game against the Cardinals. So we have 3 games on the docket. Today, this is obviously the first. How's it going, Third Vision? Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you being here. You guys have been awesome today. Over 12,000 total views this stream for a preseason game. You guys have been awesome. It's always college football season. We are almost there. I cannot wait. We are almost there. Hey, JUCO action? Alright. We'll have a new video dropping tomorrow on the channel. Bills Browns, it's back underway. Bills Browns, it was suspended, now it's back underway. Over on NFL Network. Wentz deep ball. Ooh. Have adjusted SEC games on ABC, but they're more fancy than CBS, but not classy. I like SEC on CBS, but I like it on ABC better actually because it takes a shorter time. The CBS games, they just put in way too many commercials. Like CBS just padded the commercials like crazy. I think SEC on ABC actually fits way better. At least I'm glad CBS got to keep the music for the Big Ten. And so we'll start the fourth quarter here. Commanders ball. Kelly McManus, the quarterback. They're alternating each drive between Hartman and him. How was it? SEC on CBS games took 4.5 hours to play. Those games took forever. Commanders this time going left to right. Back to his left, one at the top of the screen. Trips at the bottom, 4 wide. Kelly McManus in the gun here. Takes a snap. The Lions are going to send 6. Pressure. Fires deep shot down the right side. One-on-one coverage. Caught at the 40. 35-30. 25-20. And thrown down at the 20-yard line goes Nash. Nick Nash in the red zone. Recognized the blitz. They send 6. A beautiful deep ball down the right side. 55 yards for the rookie quarterback. The 7th round pick. And the Commanders in the red zone just like that. Kelly McManus recognized the blitz. They send 6. They had one-on-one coverage down the right side and right in the bucket in stride to Nick Nash. Nash did not catch a pass last game. What a catch there. To the top of the screen. Stretch play the right side. Bottled up immediately. Nowhere to go. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. For a loss of 3 goes Allen. Skylar Gill-Howard on the stop for Detroit. The 6th round pick out of Texas Tech. 2nd and 13. The Lions' run defenses look very, very sharp today. That was a great throw, yep. Do you remember when the Lions picked up Williams? Touchdown Buffalo, yep. Just punched in from the goal line. So 2nd and 13. 2 at the top of the screen. I mean, Kelly McManus looks better than Hartman. It's not even close. 2 at the bottom, 4 wide here. They're going to motion to the top of the screen. Jacoby Jones. So trips to the top, 1 at the bottom. Back to his right is Allen once again. Kelly McManus in the gun. Got to get this off. 1 on the play clock. They're not going to get this off. Clock's at 0, and the Commanders, did not get the timeout in time. So I'll take the delay of game, back it up 5 yards, and make it 2nd and 18. So after getting into the red zone, after that 55-yard grab by Nash, they're just going backwards. Second and 18. Back to his left is Allen. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom, 3 wide. Takes from the gun. They'll send 4. Calicabatis looks. Hitch route. Caught at the 22-yard line. And down at the 21 on the right side of the field goes Nick Nash. So 2 grabs for him this drive. Gain of 7. Make it 3rd and 11 at the 21. Right outside the red zone here. Going left to right. He's got Allen in the backfield, once again to his right, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. So 4 wide set, takes a snap. They'll send 4. Calicabatis pressure off the blind side, gets rid of it, hits around middle of the field, caught the 25-yard line. Shy of the sticks. 4th and 5. Jacoby Jones on the grab. So back-to-back 6-yard completions, but because of the false start and the loss of 3 on the run, I don't think they're cooked. I mean, this game, I mean, they're going to make it a 1-point game, barring anything crazy here. They are, Nick. Yes, they very much are. 32-yard try. I'm just laughing at this point. Stevens, for what amounts to the distance of an extra point. The field goal is good. Tucks inside the right upright. And the Commanders make it a 1-point game. Really? Yeah. Yeah, the Commanders just got a field goal. 14-13 with 12 to go in the ball game. Spurs lose 3-0. Oh my god, that's so funny. Should have been 4-0. It should have been 4-0. The PK was missed, but that would have been so funny. So 14-13 your score. Lions ball when we get back here. So 14-13 your score. Carlos should QB3 behind Wentz or just cut trade. Yeah, that's rough. That is rough. How's it going, Alex? Appreciate you reading, man. So 14-13 here. Again, we do have Rams Saints later today at 4 o'clock Eastern time. We got the emojis in the chat if you're a fan of either one of these teams. First of 3 triple headers that we are calling on here. Or 3 games of this triple header, I should say. At commercial break here. If you like what you see, folks, make sure that like button, it really does go a long way. Subscribe to the channel. This is the place to be. We are live for all the games, all the primetime games this year. For college football, NFL, we do everything on this channel. All right, how about we talking? Probably bottom 5 in football. I would say bottom 5. I don't think it's going to be that good. So 14-13 here. Lions ball when we get back off the kickoff. Still got over 150 in the chat right now, which is incredible for a preseason game on a Saturday afternoon. You guys have been awesome. Kickoff field at the 10-yard line, taken to the 20. Bounce to the right side to the 25 and brought down at the 31-yard line on the return. Goes Dortch. So that's where the Lions will start. We'll see if it is Dobbs back out there after that touchdown drive. Or if they're going to let Altmaier go the 4th. And let each quarterback go 1 quarter. Handoff here. Altmaier is in the game. Stretch play the left side. Down to the 37-yard line. Gain of 6 on the stretch. That's Blackshear on the run. Yeah, without first pick next year. Yeah, I was never crazy about that trade. Second and 4, handoff in the gun, and bottled up. Took way too long to develop. Loss of 1 on the play. Blackshear goes down. Curtis Jacobs on the stop. 3rd and 5. Coming for a bad situation. I called. This is the only way things change. Yeah. Well, I mean, Boucher we got a long time ago. Trips to the top, 1 to the bottom. Flags fly. Some movement on the line. Back it up 5 yards. A lot of flags this game from Adrian Hill's crew. But some movement by the line. Third down, some more movement on the line. Back-to-back false starts. The Lions can't get out of their own way this drive. Going backwards. You will Ballard, the fact that he's lasted this long is just crazy to me. Waiting for selections. I don't know why it's doing that. Reset. You want to check the Colts run? Yep. One time, okay, yeah, he looks good. That throw to Nash was incredible. That throw to Nash was just awesome. 3rd and 15, the 26-yard line here. Back-to-back false starts by the Lions. Right now, Wentz, the problem is that he's not mobile at all, but he at least can make the right decisions. McCarthy, I mean, that missed touchdown was brutal. That missed touchdown, the flat, was brutal. He's got to hit that. You got to hit that throw. They'll send 4. Allmeyer, deep shot down the left side of the field, and that is incomplete. But flags fly for PI. They didn't change their name. Fiction. Was looking down the left side for Lucky Jackson, but was shoved down by Vigors. That should be PI, and the Lions will keep the drive alive as a result. Pass interference down the left side of the field. Easy call there. There was contact. Vigors never turned his head around. Easy call. The Lions will get a new set of downs as a result. If you shove a man to the ground and you don't turn your head around, they're going to call that every time. And they do there, moving up to the 46-yard line. Lions going right to left here with 10:40 to go in regulation. 2 at the bottom, top of the screen. Handoff here. Blackshear going nowhere. Brought down for a loss of 3. Remember, the Lions have already lost 2 linemen today due to injury, and a bunch of others not playing today. Byron Cowart on the stop. Loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Yeah, sure, actually 2 touchdown pass. Yep. That was a good pass, too. Good job standing in the pocket. He had plenty of time, but good job standing in the pocket. 2nd and 13. 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom, 3 wide, back to his left. Altmaier in the gun. There's so much laundry. They'll send 4. Altmaier looks, out route to the right side, caught the 48, and pushed out of bounds there after a gain of 5 goes Dominic Lovett, the second-year man, last year's 7th-round pick out of Georgia, who did not have any catches last year. He gets 5, brings up 3rd and 8. Yeah, yes, they did. Yeah, they did. Oh, I could see it, Evan. Yep. Yeah. Oh, no, I feel you on that. I feel the exact same way. 3rd and 8, the 48-yard line. 1 at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom. Takes a snap, they'll send 4. Altmaier looks, left side, pass batted at the line, incomplete. Looking on the comeback round the left side for Lovett. Pass was tipped at the line of scrimmage. And the Lions will be forced to punt near midfield. So 14-13 your score. Commanders going to get it back. If they're doing the alternate quarterback thing, Hartman will be the quarterback on this upcoming drive. Kind of like Mattis at the last drive. And that's if they're doing the alternate quarterback situation. I think XP is back to normal now. I actually think XP is back to normal. I've looked at the board. You might know Chubb retiring. Yeah, the injuries got him. He was on pace for the Hall of Fame. Before the injuries, he was absolutely on pace for the Hall of Fame. Fair catch call for made at the 15-yard line by McCaffrey. So about a 37-yard punt by Fox. No return. If anyone says Chubb should be a Hall of Famer, we need Sean Alexander in the Hall first. Before, if we're talking like injuries, destroying a great career. So ball at the 15-yard line. We'll get back here. Go over 30.5. It could. Like, everything we know is going to be turned upside down. You're not kidding on that one. Yeah, next time this week, we will have some real college football games. I cannot wait for that. Oh my god, I cannot wait for that. I am so pumped for that to happen. I cannot wait. We got an FCS game on Thursday, triple header on Saturday with UNC TCU. Ravens would have shut out the Vikings. If that was the game, they would have shut them out. Outground 13-6, all right. You know when they put it back in? I hope they don't. I should be calculating back the rest of the way, but they've alternated quarterbacks the entire time. I got called back, all right. No, yeah, do you trust your to make the changes? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So I should have done it last year. I thought never should have pulled the trigger on the Sauce Gardner trade. I always thought that was an insane overpay for a cornerback who's been semi on the decline. Still good, but semi on the decline, and then multiple first round picks, giving up a class in 27. As we're getting it back on our way here, Commanders ball at the 15-yard line. You know, that I said at the time, too. I was never crazy about that trade. One at the top of the screen, one at the bottom, two wide. Handoff here to the right side, and that'll be a gain of 1 down to the 16. Flags fly in the backfield, so might be coming back for Holden. On the handoff there to Craig Reynolds. Well, that was the whole problem. Like, Garner's a good player, but to give up multiple first rounders. One first rounder is one thing. Multiple is insane. Especially with 27's class looking insane. If it was going to be, give a first rounder in 26, I have no problem with that one. Give me about 27 first. This is where I was like, what are you doing? So you get the holding call, back it up, 1st and 17, half the distance to the goal. And Commanders going left to right this drive. In the gun, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. It is Hartman out there for this drive, so they are alternating quarterbacks. Hartman in the game, play action, rolls out to his right, fires, second read, caught at the 30-yard line, and out to 34. Good job by Hartman rolling out to his right. And Jacoby Jones on the grab down the right sideline. Floated that one over the hands of the linebacker in a first down. after a gain of 26. Eric O'Neill was forcing some pressure. The defensive end out of Rutgers. It was forcing some pressure there for the Lions, so Herman to get over his hands, and a good job there. So get some breathing room, put it at the 32. Trips to the top of the screen, back to his left here. Hartman takes a step at the gun, play action, fires on the fly on the far side, the left side, called the 35, and down at the 38-yard line, pushed out of bounds, is Jacoby Jones once again. Gain of 8, make it 2nd and 4. And Commanders going left to right this drive, close to 200 in the chat. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe. It really does go a long way. Helps us out a ton here. Trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. Help us get there. Appreciate you guys. 2nd and 4 here. 8:19 to go. In this one, again, games cannot end in ties, or games cannot go into overtime in the preseason, I should say. One at the top, one at the bottom. My formation here. 2nd and 4, both the 38-yard line. Fullback in the backfield as well. Lions have 7 in the box, or 8 in the box, I should say. Handoff here by Hartman. Stretch play the right side. Bounced off one tackler. Trying to get back to the line of scrimmage and does get 2. Good run by Reynolds. 3rd and 2. It could have been a loss of 2. But good job there. Bounced off the initial tackle. As O'Neill had a chance to blow up the play. Might have gotten away with the holding there. O'Neill, as NPF, number 77, almost held. Looked like he did hold O'Neill. Probably could have gotten call for that one. But 3rd and 2 nonetheless. One on the top of the screen, one on the bottom. I formation here. Hartman, handoff up the middle. This time stuffed. Nowhere to go. Lions run defense has been very good today. And Craig Reynolds bottled up in the backfield. Taken down in the play by Eric O'Neill. Had a very good drive there for the Lions. You know, Jesse Minter, yep. Yeah, because Harbaugh was there like my whole life. Chris Bell, new Trent Baalke in the South, just he won't die. Yep. You're not wrong there. You know, me too, Jason. Yep. You gone way too soon. Gone way too soon. So 4th down and 3. And they're going to go for it. Commanders are going to go for it after the loss of one at the 39-yard line. Trips to the top, one at the bottom, back to his right. Commanders keep the offense on the field. Hartman, there's some confusion with where to set. Takes a snap with 1 after some confusion. Hartman looks, wheel round to the right side. Incomplete, overthrown. That play was all out of sorts. Commanders should have taken a timeout. Hartman was furious with Jaden Bradley, was not lined up properly. Was visibly frustrated with where he was lined up and the confusion. No one seemed to be on the same page in the wheel route. Very much overthrown down the right side. Turnover on downs. Lions take over at the 39-yard line. Had to get rid of that ball. O'Neill, again, was the one that forced the throw that was too long. Looking on the wheel route on the right side. O'Neill hit the hand of Hartman on the follow-through. Yes, give us crazy. There you go, Drake. Appreciate you being here, man. So O'Neill, what a drive for him. Eric O'Neill. The undrafted man out of Rutgers. What a drive for him. Played for Rutgers last year for transferring from James Madison. And Lions will get in plus territory at the 39 when we get back with 6:36 to go. As Altmaier will be the quarterback the rest of the way here for Detroit. You know, a good player when he transfers, he got screwed by horrible coaching. Yeah, he can play. He can play. He was forcing pressure on everything that drive. He played very, very well that drive. Big disruptor there in the run game and the passing game. He's got a shot at making the 53. He plays like that. I liked more from him than I saw from Tyre West. The Tennessee man of the Lions drafted 7th round. If it comes down to that for the final spot. There's around the Commanders. Oh, man. Well, that's not good then. That's not good because they're down by 1 and the Lions have the ball in plus territory. Hey, looking good. Eric O'Neill looks really good. You might have found a gem in the undrafted free agent Eric O'Neill. You might have found a gem. Yeah, I'd be excited about defense too for the Vikings. I think so, Evan. Yeah, I think it's a very, very much a possibility that the Colts have the worst defense in football. I think it's very much a possibility, actually. It's going to be bottom 5 this year, barring anything crazy. Fair catch inside the 5. Oof. Oof on that. So 14-13, about 6:30 to go. Lions ball in plus territory after forcing the turnover on downs. So ball to 39. Allmeyer takes a snap, pressured sack. Down he goes. 5th sack for the Commanders. The play was blown up almost immediately and thrown down near midfield at the 47-yard line. Maurice Hurst, his 2nd sack of the day. Someone missed their assignment. Mason Miller, I think he was supposed to pick up Hurst. Picked up the wrong guy. He's free up the middle, 2nd and 18. Allmeyer play action, fires, hits route middle of the field, called the 34-yard line. It's a deep comeback route. Be a gain of, we'll say, 14. Malik Cunningham on the grab, the former Louisville quarterback. Played with the Patriots and the Ravens for a little bit. 3rd and 4, Malik Cunningham, who is, again, now a wide receiver, making the grab. 3rd and 3. We know he's fast. Still trying to figure out how to play receiver. Look good on that comeback route. 3rd and 3 at the 32-yard line. Back to his left, 2 at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom. Allmeyer on the gun, takes a snap. They're going to send 4. Allmeyer steps up, flush out to his right, fires on the run off balance, incomplete. He did not set his feet. He was hit on the throw as well, and we will see if they try a field goal. Some redemption for Bates. They're missing earlier, or if they'll keep the offense on the field and go for it. They will keep the offense on the field and go for it. They're not going to try a 51-yarder with Bates. Can the Commanders force the 4 and out? And the guy who won with a bunch of routes, West Kentucky offense. Yep. Yep, that guy. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom, back to his right. Now they'll motion the back to his left here. Williams the back. Motioning, love it, close to the line. They'll send 5. Allmeyer, 2nd read not there, flushed out to his right. Looking to throw on the run, the flats, caught, 1st down. Good job there. Reading the eyes of the linebacker, forcing him to get rid of that ball. Forcing him to come up, I should say, so they could get rid of that ball and find the running back wide open. The receiver wide open in the flat. That's a 1st down the right side. It's Meeks, Jackson Meeks, the tight end at the 27-yard line. Easy pitch and catch there. 5 minutes to go. New set of downs for Detroit. They're going right to left. One at the top, 1 at the bottom. Handoff here. Flags fly immediately on the snap. Could be illegal formation. The run gets no gain. As Williams is thrown down behind the line. No, it might be a relief pitcher, but he's no alignment. Nope. It's Bros for time. Oh, boy. Now, Jones could play last year before the injury. They're going to get on the Commanders. The flag flew right on the snap. It's on Washington. I think they might have jumped. 1st and 5. Giants play now. We're getting ready to watch. All good. Yeah, we'll see. Are the starters playing for the Giants? Is Stark going to play? I actually don't know on that. So 1st and 5 for Detroit. One at the bottom of the screen. I formation here. Ball to 22-yard line. Lions going right to left. 1 in the backfield. Allmeyer under center. Takes the snap. Hands off. Stretch play to the left side. And that's Williams brought down at the 18-yard line. Gain of 3. So he's thrown down by Ricky Barber. Number 50 brings up 2nd and 2 at the 19-yard line. Actually, 2nd and 3. Bros for time. This is not going to end well. So ball the 19 guy gets to the 16. Lions up by 1. With just under 4 to go by the time this ball gets snapped. They've alternated quarterbacks by quarter. Dobbs played the odd number quarters, 1 and 3. Allmeyer 2 and 4. 1 at the bottom of the screen. Allmeyer under center. Once again, Williams in the backfield. The handoff goes to Williams. Nothing doing. Bottled up at the line of scrimmage. A slew of Commanders in on that one, including Jeffrey Imba, the SMU undrafted free agent. 3rd and 3. So late spent all morning revisiting Dice Mode and NBA Live. Nice. You know, Dice Mode back in the 2000s was goated. Dice Mode before Ultimate Team was a thing and they really invested in Dice Mode, that was goated. You know, McCarthy, yeah, Bros made it look good. For his sake, too. 3rd and 3 at the 19-yard line. One at the top of the screen, one at the bottom. Now the motion over receiver to the bottom of the screen, 2 at the bottom with Malik Cunningham in motion. 3rd and 2, hand up the middle, nothing doing once again. Out of the eye, stuffed. Ricky Barber on the stop. Alongside him, Bill, once again. No gain. The Lions with another decision to make on 4th down. They went for it last time. Yeah, Bills Browns got delayed for an hour. Yep. How's it going, Riley? Appreciate you tuning in. Praying for a field goal. We will see. It's 4th and 3. Will they leave the offense on the field, or are they going to go for it? Or kick the field goal, I mean. He went for it last time on 4th. They're going to take this all the way down and then call a timeout and then deliberate. Yeah, I like the receiving unit for the Colts. I do like their 1-2-3, especially now they got Keenan Allen. So Lions take it all the way down to 2:30. They'll call a timeout. They'll have 1 remaining. And some more time to decide. How's it going, Ronaldo? Appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate you being here. So 1 timeout remaining for the Lions. They'll deliberate. Chris Rose do the Browns focus? I'm not sure. He was good when he did a Jaguars game with Joe Thomas. He was very good. He had to pass through. Yeah, they just want to keep the clock moving. They will try the field goal, so they're going to send Bates out there for missing earlier from about 53 yards out. Lions are in 6 plays set at 5 yards. Oof. 37-yard try for Bates. Can he redeem himself for the miss he had earlier? To make it a 4-point game. Bates on for the field goal. Snap is good. A kick is up, and Bates is this time right down the middle. No issues there for Bates, the former Michigan Panther kicker. That's a 4-point game with 2:26 to go. Commanders will get it back after failing on 4th down last time. And if they're doing the alternate quarterback thing, then Kelly McManus will come in at quarterback for Washington here. 13 points for the Commanders. 7 came on the first minute of the game off a fumble return for a touchdown with Josh Dobbs getting sacked. The other 6 points have come with Kelly McManus in the game, the 7th round pick. They have not scored with Hartman out there. Best against every Vikings team last year did. Jeez. Colts took the right call, draft Edgerrin James over Rick Williams. Oh, duh. He was a Hall of Famer. No, it's not even close. Edgerrin James was phenomenal for the Colts. I mean, I'm never going to say, did they make the wrong decision with a Hall of Famer? I'm never going to say it like that. German Super Cup on Telemundo? Ooh, okay. Yeah, it's going to be Byron. You Monk to make a decision by the start next week? I think it's going to be Watson. Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be Watson. Kickoff here. Commanders going left to right. They have all their timeouts for the 2-minute warning. Field at the 5-yard line. Take it to the 10. 15, 20, 25. Lost the ball. Lost the ball on the return. Who's got it? It's on the ground. The 27. Lions say they have it. And they... No signal yet. The Commanders have been called for 3 penalties on kickoffs. Did they fumble the ball here? No signal yet. Commanders think they have it. Lions think they have it. Both teams think they have it. Who's got bottom of the pile? It is Commanders' ball. The signal by the referee says it is Commanders' ball. Rush on the fumble recovery for the Commanders. Darius Rush. The fumble there by Robert Henry was stripped by Jackson Meeks. And Rush is able to fall on that ball. The Lions were the first to touch it. Tried to scoop it up with one hand instead of falling on it immediately. That could have been the ball game right there. The Commanders have not looked on special teams today. A big return by Dortch at one point. 3 flags on kickoffs coming back. And the fumble there. Now this row, let's see. Price is probably need Omar have less than 87 yards passing. He was at 86. Man, oh, that's good, Ryan. I want to cut on that one. That's good. Because he's not going to throw the ball again. Ball the 20. Oh, no, they changed the call. Wait, what? They changed the call. Wait a second. Wait, they changed the call. Lions, wait a second. They initially signaled Commanders' ball, but the Lions' offense is on the field. So hang on a second here. Lions are taking over. They changed the call. At the break, handoff here is going to get 2 for Blackshear down to the 23. And the Commanders will take their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining. So hang on a second. They changed the call. They did not show it on camera. Preseason broadcasts are always bizarre like that. Preseason games, the broadcast quality is always very bizarre. So timeout, Commanders have 2 remaining. But they're going to say the Lions were the one that recovered that ball. Your guess is as good as mine on that one. Your guess is as good as mine. They signaled Commanders' ball. Rush came out of the pile with the ball. And then they signaled Lions' ball. Adrian Hill is having quite the day as the referee today. He is picking up right where he left off from last season. His claim to being the worst ref in the NFL. One at the bottom of the screen here. Second down, Altmaier, handoff to the right side to the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. We'll take it down to the 2-minute warning. So 3rd and 1, you figure it's 4 down territory here. Directorial cut is supposed to happen. Appreciate your man on that one. Love calling these games. Colts Steelers are starting one of the ones. Will they do better if the Colts... Will they do any better? Would not be great. Would not be great. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, we're live for all the games. I love calling these games. Love hanging out with you guys. Love hanging out with you guys. Love calling this action. We got over 15,000 total views this stream. Over 244 in the chat right now. You guys have been awesome. We're at the commercial break. 2-minute warning. Commanders have 2 timeouts remaining. I'm with you, Ronaldo. Adrian Hill has been... the referees in the Lions game have been just brutal. Recently, a lot of teams have outdoor Super Bowl and sim with donuts so they come to Super Bowl. And year-round events, because you use public money on stadiums. The thing is that people are realizing now that building a stadium with public money that's outdoors, that will host 8 games a year, is not worth it. If you make it an indoor stadium, yeah, you get football, but you also get concerts year-round. You're able to get... you're able to get... conventions and all that stuff. Yeah, that's not good of it. Yep. Just keep handoff. Yeah, I think they're going to. They're probably just going to hand off and take a knee. Don't know the name of the Ravens quarterback. They're better than McCarthy. That's saying a lot. Yeah, Sanders, I mean, he had the touchdown pass earlier. Grab the guy was wide open. You know, it's yeah. Especially for the same that are in the suburbs. Like downtown, at least I get. Because downtown, you actually see the benefits. For baseball and basketball, like arenas downtown, you see the benefits because all the businesses surrounding it benefit. But stadiums, if you're only using it 8 times a year, they don't benefit. The games I'm doing today, I'm doing the game between the Rams and the Saints at 4 o'clock Eastern and the Cardinals-Cowboys game at 10 o'clock Eastern. So those are the games we're doing. Rams Saints in an hour, and then Cowboys Cardinals at later tonight. They probably would, Anthony. That defense was so good. 3rd and 1, the 16-yard line for the Lions. When we get back, your Commanders are 2 timeouts. And Lions get a first down. This one is pretty much over. You figure it's 4 down territory. You put it at the 17-yard line, so 3rd and 2. Lions going right to left here. Under center is Altmaier, one at the top of the screen. They have 2 extra linemen. Williams in the backfield. And here we go. Altmaier takes a snap. Handoff, stretch play, trying to bounce outside, running out of room here. Cuts back in, Blackshear, nothing doing. Brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the Commanders will burn their second time out. So Blackshear with no space to operate, had to bounce outside to the left. Got back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing doing, and now a decision time for Campbell. Again, I'm going for it. I'm going for it here if I'm Detroit. Commanders need a touchdown either way. And they're not going to go for the tie, Commanders, if they get a touchdown. They're not going to kick the extra point because it's no overtime. So I'm leaving the offense on the field and trying to win the game here. 4th and 2, they need a touchdown either way. I'm going for it. They're going to go for it. Campbell, always an aggressive coach. Does the right thing here. 2 at the top of the screen, back to his left. Takes a snap. Going to hand it off up the middle out of the shotgun. Needed 2, got 2. Down at the 15-yard line, Blackshear gets the first out of the gun. The Lions can just knee this one out. Head over 30.5. Oof. Oh, that's a bummer. Do you remember for now? I have no idea. Oh, Fayano's out there? Oh, man. I remember him at UConn. He was good at UConn. Did he have, like, no picks the first 2 months of the season? I remember Fayano. Yeah, Fayano could play. Fayano could play. I didn't realize he was with the Ravens. Good for him. I did not realize that. He could play at UConn. And the Lions will be in a victory formation here. Commanders have a timeout, not going to use it. The fumble on the kickoff costly. The Commanders, a lot of issues today on special teams. Concerning game for the Commanders, all things considered. Jane Daniels out there for a drive, was hit both times. The special teams unit for the Commanders had a big punt return by Dortch. They also had a stretch where they committed 3 penalties on kickoffs, and they also had a fumble on a kickoff return. So special teams not great for the Commanders today. Eric O'Neal played very well for Detroit. Give you the final stats. 1 more kneel down, and that's going to do it. Then we will do the Rams-Saints game in just a little bit. Final stats from this one where the Lions take it 17-13. Luke Altmaier, 9 for 13, 86 yards passing during this one. Josh Dobbs, 7 for 12, 74 yards passing. 5 sacks by the Commanders' defensive front. But Altmaier looked very sharp. Dobbs, a 50-yard touchdown on the block by Tay Martin. Jackson Meeks leads the way, 4 catches, 33 yards, but a lot of different players getting on the action, including Malik Cunningham and Lucky Jackson. As for the Commanders, Daniels, again, he started the game, did not complete a pass. 2 dropbacks, and 1 was a sack, 1 was incomplete. Now, the past 3 winners, the past 3 college football winners have a good for you? Okay, so the last 3 college football winners, last 3 Super Bowl winners, obviously we have the Seahawks, Super Bowl 60. We have the Eagles at 59, the Chiefs at 58. And I keep going down the list if you want on that one. And then for college football, Michigan was 2024, that great team. Or 2023, I should say. 2024 was Ohio State. And then last year was Indiana winning for the first time. For Alex Richard, let's go, Ryan. Let's go. Yeah, so there you go, Chanel. Yep. So it was Michigan with that stacked team, because they beat Washington in the championship, in the Natty. Then, in the Penix against McCarthy game. Then you had Ohio State with 2 losses, just dominating in the playoff and beating Notre Dame in the final. And they had Indiana against Miami in that great game. Phenomenal game. Appreciate it, Toronto, that one. Appreciate you. Indiana against Miami in that great game. We were on the call for that one. And then the Super Bowl 60 was Seahawks. Super Bowl 59 was the Chiefs losing to the Eagles. Then 58 was the Chiefs. 57 was the Chiefs. Rams, Bucks, going backwards here. Chiefs, Pats, Eagles, Pats, Broncos, Pats, going backwards is tougher. Seahawks, Ravens, Giants, Packers, Saints, Steelers, Giants, Colts, 40 was Steelers, Patriots, Bucks, Patriots, Ravens. They have the Rams at 34. You're seeing my screen, so you know I'm not looking at it. Rams 34, then Broncos, Packers, Cowboys, Niners, Cowboys, Skins, Giants, Niners, Skins, Giants, Bears, Niners. Skins lost 18 to the Raiders. They won 17. It's only preseason, yep. They won 17. Then Niners, Raiders, Steelers, Cowboys, Raiders, Steelers, Dolphins, Cowboys, Colts at 5, beat the Cowboys in the Blunder Bowl. Chiefs, Jets, Packers. So there you go. There you go, Chanel. There you go on that one. Show the 50! Oh my god! Holy crap! If you want a song at karaoke, you get it. You get any song you want on the karaoke list for $50. You get any song. Oh my god. Holy crap. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't thank you enough. Oh my god. That is, wow. Professor Gilbert, appreciate you. Been watching your videos. You're always positive. You're a great job. I try to be positive. Like, I gotta talk sports for a living. I gotta talk sports with you guys. Hang out, watch football. Like, it's the dream. I love it. I appreciate you a ton, man. That really means a lot to me. Thank you so much, Chanel. That really means a lot. Hamlet gets a pick. Good for him. Good for him. Oh my god, that means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That really means a lot. Oh my god, thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, you guys have been awesome today. Favorite game is Madden 07. That's a good game. Madden 04 was my favorite because franchise mode was so in-depth. You could do like the stadium stuff. Madden 04 was great. Madden 04 was just incredible. Oh my god. And I'll get you on the well, it's not the Saints game. It's the Youngstown State game. Hang on. That didn't transfer over for some reason. I appreciate you a ton. That really means a lot to me. Get you on the Youngstown game, which is right now very much in front against Mercyhurst. Man, you guys are awesome. That was a great stream. 16,000 total views this stream. I can't believe that. For preseason Commanders Lions, you guys have been awesome. I really can't thank you enough, guys. I can't thank you enough. And the final stats from this game, you see them on your screen. I really like Calicamanus in this one. Hartman played all right. I mean, no takeaways from Hartman there. Hartman played actually pretty solid, all things considered. I think Calicamanus looked better. I think if it comes down to QB3, I would keep your 7th round pick and stash Hartman on the practice squad because Hartman's not going to get signed by anyone. Hartman is what he is at this point. I would put Hartman on the practice squad. He's not going to get picked up. I wouldn't hate him in Jacksonville, honestly, though. Whoever loses this battle, I would not hate as the backup in Jacksonville. Because we don't have that. Nick Mullins is just not good. I would not hate if Calicamanus wins this job, I would not hate picking up Sam Hartman, making him QB2. I don't think it's the worst idea. All things here. I love the bots here at the end of the game. The game already ended, bot. The game already ended. But I would not hate Hartman as QB2 in Jacksonville. Because obviously Mariota and Daniels are making the roster. I think it's going to be Calicamanus winning QB3 because they drafted him. And Hartman, they feel like they could stash. I would not hate Hartman in Jacksonville as QB2 because Carter Bradley's bad. Joey Aguilar, I like him. I do like Joey Aguilar. I want to see more out of him. But we can probably stash him. I don't think anyone's going to sign. We can probably stash him on our practice squad. Again, Hartman is QB2. Yeah, Browns-Bills is still going on due to lighting delay. Well, that game also started at 1. That game only started at 1 o'clock. So, this was the first game to end. Every other game is still taking place. So, I got to get everything ready. Got to eat some lunch and get everything ready for the Rams-Saints game. You guys are awesome. I'm going to make that stream public in a little bit. We'll go live for that one at 3:35 Eastern Time. It's not going to redirect you there because I have to get everything set up. But, I appreciate you guys a ton. JG9 signing off. I will see you guys in just a little bit for Rams-Saints coverage starting at 3:35 Eastern. Let me get everything, let me get the helmet cases and the emojis, everything switched around. Appreciate you guys. JG9 signing off. The Lions take it 17-13. See you guys later today. If not,